5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Radiant team's turn to ban.
He disconnected. He disconnected.
10 seconds remaining.
Мне все бесит. Я раздражительный, мне все бесит.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't consider myself the best player.
你这么菜，你的队友不会生气吧，哥哥？
Парни, вот этим составом мы можем взять International.
Team is they usually win lanes. That's how they're winning their games. They're winning lanes. Sometimes even
Dire
when I
teams
don't like
turn
their
to
draft,
ban.
they crush the game so much that you can't get back into it.
Yeah.
So I'm,
Radiant team's turn to
you know,
pick.
when you're putting all of the emphasis on the laning phase and you have these incredibly skilled players, like there's no doubt about it that this is the most skilled team in terms of MMR, in terms of mechanical skill, I would say, in the world currently.
Yeah.
10 seconds remaining.
Then you don't really try to focus
5
your
seconds
attention
remaining.
onto one player, even though Nightfall is overperforming, but then again, so is the rest
Dire
of the team. You
team's
need
turn
to
to
beat
pick.
them as a team. Individually, you probably don't stand a chance, and I don't think that's a path they should be taking. Try to survive the laning phase and try to outmaneuver them in the mid game, because that's where I have seen BetBoom have its weaknesses. Maybe it's just them being overconfident,
10
but they have
seconds
made some
remaining.
mistakes in the past that stronger teams will be able to punish, right? This
5
team
seconds remaining.
can look invincible, but then when you scratch on the surface a little bit, you see that they can make those mistakes. They can be overly aggressive, and they don't always prepare the fight in a way that even if they lose it on the enemy side of the map, it's not that big of a deal, because they just run at you and outplay you. But one mistake, then it means vision
10
on your
seconds
side,
remaining.
get into a better position, you can beat them that way. So don't focus on this guy right here on
5
the screen.
seconds remaining.
Don't focus on anyone, particularly on BetBoom. Focus on beating them as a team, as a whole.
Yeah.
Radiant
Well,
team's turn to pick.
I am going to focus on, the sniper comes out here for BetBoom as well. And again, it can be flexed that mid lane or the carry, depending on what they want to play. And I saw as well a clip from Nisha, talking about, because yesterday, Blitz was talking about after the Western European Games,
seconds
talking
remaining.
about how Liquid are scrimming up against BetBoom, they're scrimming up against Team Spirit. Those are the
5
scrim
seconds
partners that they're
left.
playing against
Don't
cross
freeze
region.
up.
And there was a clip a few days ago on Nisha on stream saying that when he played the scrims, the player that's consistently beat him, consistently performed against him is GPK. Now, Nisha's considered one of the best mid laners in the world at the minute. And you're telling me
He's considered the best player. He's considered the best player.
He is. And you're telling me that GPK is coming in and he's performing over Nisha. And you look at... I'm singing the praises of BetBoom, but they are considered this absolute super team coming into the DPC this time around.
Performing against Nisha in the mid lane.
Radiant team's turn to
a lot
ban.
different than performing better than Nisha overall, right? That is, there is
Dire
a huge
team
difference
ban.
between that one. And if you, again, coming back to old Virtus Pro, no one would crush everyone in the mid lane, right? Even there was it called?
Radiant
I
team
can't remember
ban.
now. There was one other player that was very good in the mid lane, but then he would have problems in the mid game, right? That is, I'm not saying GPK has problems in the mid game, but in the laning phase, he's incredibly powerful, right? The way he last hits, the way he harasses, the way he approaches it, right? It's very hard to deal with him.
10
But
seconds remaining.
in the mid game, it's about team movement, and that is when you crush him. So,
5
sometimes
seconds
people,
remaining.
the mid lane changes. It comes to a point where everyone thinks, okay, now when you get good
Dire
enough in the
team's
mid
turn to
lane, you
ban.
cannot be beaten any longer. And then a kid comes strolling in and he
Radiant team
says,
ban.
yes, you can. If you're as good as me, you can still crush everybody. And that's what GPK is doing. So people are going to be needing some time to get on his level, but they will. And that is when BetBoom are really going to be tested. That is when BetBoom really needs to be prepared, when these other mid laners are gonna get to his level in terms of in terms of laning
seconds remaining.
capabilities.
Yeah, and we look through. Let's actually talk
5
about the draft
seconds
as well
remaining.
while here. But you can see that the Batrider comes out for one move. They've got the Rubik there as well, considered one of the stronger position fours here. The Rubik at the minute. You combine it with the Magnus or with the Centaur. Good setup for the control that those heroes have in the off lane. BetBoom though picking up the sniper again. Can be flexed between the mid or the safe lane. We see Dahak play that hero in the safe lane a lot, but it's not disappeared from that mid lane. Would you want to play the sniper into the Batrider in this mid, or do you flex that off into the safe lane?
That is a safe lane. Sniper, probably GPK. He likes to be on these flashy heroes. Pure likes for him in Toronto, Tokyo to have a very strong safe lane. Treant and the sniper, it doesn't get much stronger than that. Even if it would be, let's say, an offlane bat who can be a problem. If you're constantly applying pressure and he's low, he cannot get on top of his half
Dire team's
HP.
turn to
He just
ban.
starts running towards you. You turn on the take aim and he just dies. So I'm fairly certain that BetBoom are going to be playing this as a safe lane duo.
Yeah, okay. And well, the Queen of Pain, road ban out there, but it is being taken away. It looks like it's a lot of. Are
10
they just
seconds
focusing down
remaining.
GPK in this draft?
Radiant team's turn to pick.
They're focusing down the heroes that they're afraid of from him. He's gonna have something else to play, but you take care of the I don't know, the Queen of Pain and the Puck seem overkill. For me, Ember is great because that's a great hero in the current meta, but Queen of Pain and the Puck, these heroes can be dealt with, right? Especially
10
when you have a
seconds
lasso, you have a
remaining.
lift. The Puck can be dealt with. The Queen of Pain can be dealt with. I guess Queen is mainly
seconds
banned out
left.
because, again,
Don't freeze
BetBoom
up.
focusing on the lanes. Batrider gets dumpstered by the Queen in the lane, so that's why you're doing for it. Some of those bans are to protect the Bat, and Ember, of course. I mean, yeah, you don't want GPK to be playing it, considering how strong the hero is and how good he plays on it. But I like this pick from BetBoom. We're seeing Shadow Demon pop up, from time to time. Sometimes it's a defensive, sometimes it's more of an offensive hero. I think against
Radiant
the Batrider
team's
he's
turn
both,
to pick.
because one, you hate playing against the Demonic Purge. Two, you hate when a hero does get disrupted. You do pull him into your team, but still, it's gonna be none of the damage being.
Yeah, and that's going to be the initiation here for one move coming out here with the Clockwork, making it easier to get on top of the sniper. Still not great, because once he does get
10
the
seconds
you know,
remaining.
the Hurricane Pike out, concussive grenade there as well, he can force himself
5
out
seconds
of cogs if he
remaining.
needs to. But the initial setup coming out for the Clockwork that helps the
Dire
Batrider
team's turn
set
to
up
pick.
for a
Radiant
lasso
team's turn-
on anyone that gets caught out, as the Snapfire coming through there as well.
The sack.
So core Snapfire, I guess. Do you
Yep.
off lane or mid lane?
Offlane, more likely, I would say. Now when we see the Lesh, I would say even more so. Batrider can
seconds
be a problem
remaining.
for the Lesh for sure, especially with a good rotation from the Rubik and the Clockwork.
5 seconds remaining.
So offlane Snapfire actually, it's quite nice. You are not afraid of the treant. You do solid amounts of physical damage. You have a Clockwork to protect you, so it's not that big of a deal.
Dire
Plus,
team
you
ban.
don't really have to commit onto the sniper to kill him, right? If you just use your ulti, he needs to move around. He can't do damage, and he might actually die as well. So these two picks from one move, they were definitely oriented towards killing the sniper, because even with the disruption, you're not really gonna save him all that much. The Mortimer's Kisses are still gonna kill him. But then again, you mentioned the
10
Force
seconds
Staffs,
remaining.
and once the Force Staffs come out, one move's lineup, it's gonna be tough
5 seconds
to get
remaining.
kills with it.
Yeah, and I'm just looking at this lineup. There's nobody that I'm seeing past the Mortimer Kisses. Once the Mortimer Kisses are gone, that one move that are gonna put out consistent damage.
Batrider, I guess. That's it. He's okay with the longer fight. But that's why you need your carry, right? These
Yeah.
four heroes, they can get a kill. They can get a bonus as well and back out. That's pretty much, I'm okay with this opening of the draft for one move. Plus, there's some flexibility in their offlaner and the mid laner as well. I'm okay with it. Yeah, no like constant poke
Radiant
of damage.
team's
But
turn to
then
ban.
again, if you get a carry that who can do it and who can join you in the later portions of the game, you're gonna be okay. Morphling is actually a really good ban coming out from BetBoom. That would be amazing from one move. They would want something that can be mobile.
Yeah,
10
and
seconds remaining.
yeah, I'm just looking because I mean the Lash deals with a lot of the illusion heroes coming out.
5
Being able
seconds
to put out
remaining.
Pulse Nova, the Diabolic Edict there as well. Even if it's not just the damage, but the constant regen
Dire
that comes through
team
once
ban.
that Lash gets the Bloodstone. The Sniper being able to plink from range, dropping the shrapnel, getting the assassinates that he has the control as well that he can move himself away when he's got a couple of big items
Radiant
on those
team's
timings.
turn to pick.
And I don't see. I mean, we'll see what one move want to be picking up as the Beastmaster, the Centaur, get taken away. So does the Monkey King as well. Good mobile hero can get on top of that sniper. And with something like a Lasso of the Cogs, you keep him in that anchor point inside the Wukong's command. Could take the sniper down, could deal with the Leshrac as well. But
10 seconds remaining.
yeah, I'm just thinking, do they go for something PA?
5 seconds
I
remaining.
was thinking more CK. Something that's got consistent right-click damage. It's got the dragon on the sniper as well.
That's
Dire
actually
team's
solid.
turn to pick.
I'd be down with
Drow.
CK, and it doesn't really get countered in the. But they go for the Drow. Which is, not. Sniper is sometimes considered the counter for all of these ranged heroes. Drow goes well with the one move lineup. Like it's a solid lineup to
10
have a
seconds
Drow in,
remaining.
but I feel like in this game he'll never get close enough to start
5
attacking
seconds remaining.
before the fight starts, because you want to start with a clockwork, and the blink from the bat is gonna come a little bit too late in the game. So I think at that point the Drow is gonna have a very tough time actually dishing out damage in a fight, and BetBoom are now aware they're gonna be playing versus 4 heroes for sure, and Sniper can get active early on, and we've seen Pure do so in the past. So now you see the Drow. You could look to counter it directly in the lane, go for something like a Tusk, but you don't have to. You don't have to take that. Nightfall, usually he gets a lane winning hero though, so in the end, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, the heroes that we were talking about before, the Doom is still there. He's played a bit of Dawnbreaker as well. Dawnbreaker would be really nice. You just Celestial Hammer on top of the Drow Ranger. All of a sudden, this Drow has a big tanky hero with the Dawnbreaker that she has to deal with. It's got that global presence. If anyone on the side of BetBoom do get jumped on, you come in. DK is another one, to get the Blink Dragon Tail right into the midst of things. Yeah. And so BetBoom, like I said, because of the bans coming out that seem to target down GPK, BetBoom still have a lot of options for this offlane pick here for the side, but for Nightfall, for whatever he wants to play coming into this series, into this first game.
I would really be okay with it. Opening up the map is Batrider can kill you, but you can make you can play differently, like either
Choose your hero.
That's the one that doesn't really care about the bat, but can die to the Mortimer's Kisses into a cogs. I guess you go for a hood then. So I think what BetBoom are trying to do here is that even if the game does go a little bit later, that they have a big team fight ulti. So let's say you would get a lasso onto a Lash or to a sniper and you're pulling them in. They get disrupted, and then you have this counter initiation with the Tide. And in the early mid game, you get a hood on the Tide. He's always in the enemy face, and thus they can never make aggressive moves. So I like it. It's actually a pretty solid.
Yeah, and so coming into this first game, solely on the favor of BetBoom then, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a draft. If there was a draft that I would say, okay, this is a clear out draft in favor of one move, even then I would be skeptical to say that they're gonna be the favorites.
Yeah.
But looking at this one, BetBoom, they have pretty strong lanes. Not the ones that you can lose. They usually do win them. So thinking that one move is gonna win, they're gonna have to move really fast around the map with the Batrider, and that has been their lineup, because they usually play around the mid lane rather than sometimes rotating their mid lane on the side lanes.
Yeah, and you can see what EGB thinks as well, given the 5-to-1 odds here. One move. BetBoom coming. Don't forget, if you
Я
you get a
раздражительный,
bonus
меня все бесит. Я
first
раздражительный,
deposit.
меня все
So if you
бесит.
do want to get involved, you can visit our sponsors
Sometimes
EGB, and again, a free $600 deposit to reflect whatever up to $600 to reflect your first deposit here with EGB.
I just like winning.
Yeah, I'm trying to look more and more on this one move lineup, and it can work. They are playing the offlane Snapfar. It is going to be a mid lane bat. Usually, as I mentioned, we have seen Gilgir and Pantomim rotate towards Aincrad.
Yeah.
But diving the sniper, finding the sniper somewhere deep in the enemy jungle, I think is big. What one move need to do in this game is something that they haven't done in the tournament so far, and that is play super fast. You need to make sure that the enemies are using their big cooldowns in a defensive manner, and that you are forcing out the Ravage, or at least forcing Nightfall to deep. right? That is what you need to do. For that, the Batrider needs to be on the enemy part of the map. If again, I see one move just being around the mid lane, and you know they lose a hero or two, don't really gain much. That's just gonna be a disaster already.
Say goodbye to your head.
Yeah, and
Don't give up, guys. Don't
see,
give up.
I mean, we're in
Don't give up, guys.
pause,
I'm
guys.
fine
We
with
are going to be
waiting and
getting
all,
back
but let's
or straight into the
go.
game now. I'm just waiting for that pause to be over. Disconnect on the side of one move, but it looks like, I mean, the Drow Ranger should be all right in the initial stage of the game. You know,
Yes.
again, one of those heroes that once it hits 6, it hits a massive power spike. Could look to then group up with the rest of one move. You know, group up with the Batrider, look for some quick pickoffs as well. So it's not like it's, oh, Drow Ranger, you know, gets nothing out of the game, gets no items. You know, that 6 is a really nice power spike there for the Drow, and one move. I think that is when, you know, that Drow Ranger hits. I think that is when they should look for the timings, look to get pickoffs on other lanes.
I'm looking at that lane though. I'm not looking at it so much for the Drow. I'm looking at it because of Clockwork is the one that is gonna be playing with the bat. Be it in the mid lane, be it in the top lane, wherever the bat rotates, the clock needs to clear. This hero doesn't push out waves, it gives vision and it initiates. So
30 seconds to battle.
that's kind of a bad thing because Drow wants more experience, but the clock needs a lot of experience in this game, so it's gonna be tough to make that decision as a Clockwork what you do. So I'm hoping that one move to put a lot of emphasis on pulling in that lane. Look at this, BetBoom are actually going for a 5-man smoke, actually 4-man smoke, a little bit later into the rune fights here, but it won't be finding it.
No, and they might just be able to
The
bluff
battle's
a
starting.
3rd rune out of this here, but I mean, Rubik Gilga is stepping up against Pure. Pure, yeah, not able to get the step in there to snipe that away from Gilga. Fadebolt comes out, so Gilga just trying to trade away some of Pure's health. It's going to be a decent amount of harass here, but he's going to have regen on the tangos. He's got himself the magic stick as well, so you know, he's not in major danger on Pure. He's going to be doing his own blocking of the creeps as well, so not something you see a carry doing all that often. You can see on the other side, 3 heroes from the side of BetBoom just looking to do the body blocking on the Radiant creeps. Coming through, Mankushi trying to keep the dire creeps out of tower range, but they are still going to be in that tower range, and now the TP up to the top lane as well. Disruption comes out, and Nightfall, he's just looking to try and, again, get some denies off underneath this tier 1 tower, which Mankushi really didn't want this as a start, but Phantom coming through here with the Patry Assault. Nightfall going to be taking some harass as well as save, and the right clicks from Mankushi as well with these frost arrows. So Nightfall will be punished for hanging around underneath that tier 1 tower, looking for those creep denies as early as he did.
I want to emphasize the wording from BetBoom. They know that the one lane that they can lose and could go bad and everything snowballing out of control there could be the mid lane, and then they ward the top lane for the Clockwork for the Rubik to come from the jungle, you know, somewhere where the Lash can't see him. They have a ward next to the outpost, so they're gonna know if he's moving through there, and then they have a ward that is gonna be scouting the bottom power room that will see if the Clockwork himself is gonna be rotating towards GPK. So I really like that. I think it's very important not allow GPK to get punished, because in a 1v1 we know that he's going to be doing so much.
Yeah, and we can see at the top lane as well, Toronto Tokyo just getting the harass out onto Gilga. You know, with these right clicks, he's got that leech sheet at level 1 as well. We talked about the range, the extra range on this now. It does make it fairly deadly coming out. Scatterblast as well, the sniper's just going to try and throw some harass, but they have enough. I mean, the Fade Bolt doesn't get used onto Pure, so even with the Shrapnel, Afterlife, big tanky crocodile looking thing. Is it a croc or is it a gator?
Yeah, everyone is so happy about about knowing the difference. I have to admit that I don't. Usually I do know quite a lot about animals, but I'm gonna say that's a crocodile.
I know one has more of a flat snout and like a flat round snout, and one has the pointed, but I don't know which one it is. So I know the difference, I just don't know which is which.
Yeah, and crocodiles are bigger.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, top lane, what Pure wanted to do is be very aggressive. On the bottom, we are going to be seeing Munkushi taking some damage. This is something that you always have to be careful of, because this Shadow Demon, even with a level 1, he can kill you. But safe, he made a mistake.
Yeah, that's a really nice pickup on the first bullet. The
First
cogs
blood.
coming through, the battery still
I
stacking up as well.
decide
Nightfall.
dies.
The end of that battery still onto Nightfall, so Nightfall's going to trace down onto Munkushi, but Munkushi again, frost arrows coming through as
I
well
don't
as the
consider
multi-shot and
myself the best
Nightfall.
player.
Obviously, the
I don't
melee hero
consider
didn't have
myself
enough
the
mana
best
for the
player.
gush either, so not going to be able to get on top of Munkushi. Munkushi going to be underneath the tier 1 tower. The extra protection coming in from that tower has a couple of tangos passed over from Pantomime, but now that Save is coming
Dire
back
have
to the
fortified
lane.
their
I mean,
structures.
Munkushi, he has to be so careful about these poison stacks stacking up onto the drow. And yeah, Munkushi just trying to avoid these to make sure it doesn't cost him his life. But Nightfall, again, he's got 2 mangoes. He wants to go behind the tier 1 tower. The poison coming through, but it's not going to be affecting Munkushi just yet. There's the gush for the slowdown. Does he have enough to get on top of him? Yeah, Munkushi, battery still comes through, but the destruction's going to be here.
Won't be able to move.
Did he have enough to get the kill? And Munkushi, he's caught out, and Nightfall gets the kill. The chase on the save now as well. Pantomime doing his best with the battery assault.
Oh man, they're so good, because usually it'd be like, okay, kill, that's great, but they knew that because of that kill, that BetBoom now have more creeps, and they're using those creeps, they're using the glyph to just chase down the Drow Ranger. It's not only that they got the kill, it's that they prevented the Drow from farming literally 2 waves in her tower, and now you see Munkushi suffering in terms of, yes, cool, you got the first blood, but you gave the gold back, and then you didn't farm, which is kind of the main thing. And look at that flag bearer, I don't know, we weren't looking on that on stream, but flag bearer just decided to run away, and then it got denied by 1 move. So very nice play there coming out from Dota itself without 1 move.
Mid lane, Ankrad's going to take a lot of damage here from GPK. The lightning bolt's bouncing through, and Ankrad has to run himself up and back towards that tier 1 tower. GPK, he's not got, and he's got the 1 for regen, but the damage coming through here, sticky napalm as well as the right clicks from the Bat Rider. GPK being careful, just backing himself up, using the wand, using the tango. He's got those brown boots. Doesn't want to overcommit, even with the 3 points into the lightning, the split earth as well. Ankrad could be punished, but you can see that, yeah, the Lesh not overcommitting. There's still a lot of damage onto Ankrad though in this mid lane.
He's doing quite a good job. That's the thing.
Dire's
Just keep him
courier
low.
has been
Keep him
killed.
as low as possible.
They
None of the
always go
supports
after
of
the
1 move
courier.
have died just yet, so no TPs in to refill the bottle. And Ankrad is gonna do it now. It's very important for him to be full or at least close to it once the
The
first
less
runes are coming up.
Yeah, bottom lane, how is Munkushi looking in terms of last 15 to the 24 of Nightfall? So Nightfall, he's just so comfortable in this lane that, okay, there's going to be battle shield coming through from Pantomime here, but does he actually get taken down from this Nightfall? He actually trades back with the gush, with the, it was just the tease, the mid-cast on the gush, but he did use the Ankh Smash onto Pantomime as well. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there's going to be rotation coming through from the save onto the barrier, and this time Ankrad, he's only just got back to lane. He doesn't have a TP, well, he's going to get one from dying as Save takes him down. Pantomime did rotate in, so he's going to be able to get a return kill onto the Shadow Demon, but Bat Rider got sent back. His TP's on cooldown for the next minute. That's going to be the walk of shame right back to the lane as Pure. He gets the kill onto Gilgear in the top lane as well.
And I like the emphasis that BetBoom put on the lane. Sometimes we're gonna be seeing snipers be a bit greedy, not taking points in the shrapnel, but he's maxing it out. It can help you farming as well. Nightfall in the bottom lane taking some damage, but to the Kraken shell, he'll be fine. But that move from BetBoom to the mid lane, that was a huge one, right? You send him back and you know he's gonna be
Radiant's
coming
middle
there.
tower
He wasn't
could use some
expecting
help.
Save to be there in the same second. But that's why these guys are playing so fast, and Save is everywhere. Now on top of Munkushi, who himself has to use the TP back.
Yeah,
And a long one.
it was a longer one because Gilgear
Look at that.
down
Radiant's
here.
courier just got killed.
You know, BetBoom didn't know that, so they didn't overcommit. As soon as that disruption comes out, Drow Ranger just goes for the TP.
Are
And
those
BetBoom, I
cracks
mean,
in
it's still a
Dire's top
victory. You still
tower?
force the Drow again away from this. And we talked about how, you know, again, that Drow wants that quick 6. You know, can roam the rest of the map, look for the jungle farm, create space for Pantomime. In fact, Pantomime, I think he's closer to the 6. He's closer to the 6 than Munkushi is.
Now we talked about it, like who are we gonna emphasize the levels on, and 1 move are like on Pantomime. He's the one that's gonna be
Somebody
creating
better help
space. Yeah, I
Dire's
mean,
middle
he got
tower.
the mid lane for a minute, so it's quite normal that he's gonna be doing quite well. Whereas Munkushi, he can't even get close to the creeps. 1 mover here with 3 heroes, just so that this Drow can get some experience in farm, and he's not even getting that much.
No, at Nightfall, about a Creo. Telkis just comes out safe. Can he get himself away? Self-destruction comes through there. With a multi-shot, Munkushi doesn't want to use it. He is going to be using it as the bombs do get dropped. And so will save Munkushi getting a kill that gets him back on the board. And now towards that level 5, towards that level 6. That's going to be really nice when he does pick that up, though.
And it was very important that they get a kill. I like that they were 100% sure that they're gonna commit if they get a chance, because you have 3 heroes there. If you're not getting a kill, it's a problem. Of course, Save is more than happy to give his life away so that the Tide can farm. And in the end, no, gold-wise, BetBoom are not gonna be too mad about it. But at least you got the kill. If you hadn't, it would have turned out to be a disaster.
I don't know what Lesh is doing here. Picks up the haste rune, uses the shovel, digs up a kobold. Probably the one thing that he doesn't want. So this haste rune will be wearing off. And GPK, he's only just now getting himself over to a camp.
and the kobold is coming. He's like, how dare you disturb my slumber, man? Just be okay with you getting woken up, and that's it. Like, I don't know why he wants to die.
He could have chilled in the river, you know. Got himself a Lilo out, something like that, had a good time. But yeah, no, he was real mad that GPK woke him up.
Radiant's
Top
bottom
lane,
tower's
Fable's
got
gonna be coming through. There's gonna be the cookie away from Afterlife.
Radiant structures have
Onto
been
Toronto
snow
Tokyo.
fortified.
You want to carry shift? No, the clock, it's gonna miss with the hook. And Toronto Tokyo, one more right click. He's gonna be able to get the kill. Afterlife, he goes down, he gets sent to the Afterlife, and that hook shot splits the wicket from the clockwork between the 2 heroes.
Yeah, 3 points in shrapnel on the sniper. People have forgotten how to play against it, considering that every single time we see maybe 1, maybe 2 points in shrapnel. Sometimes people completely skip it.
Not
but
much
Pure,
good's
it puts a
happening
lot
to
of
Radiant's
emphasis in
bottom
it, and
tower.
we saw what happens. You get into the trees, you're not moving in the Treant Protector. Very high base damage, 100 damage per hit. The poor Snapfire stands no
Dire's
chance.
middle tower isn't
Yeah,
going to last
and
long.
Level 4 as well, so you're 2 points into the week.
Radiant's
The
bottom
Nature's
tower
Grasp
is
coming
under
out as
attack.
well. Bottom lane,
Looks like
Afterlife.
Dire
He's only just
fortified their
come back
structure.
alive. Leave the poor guy alone. Poison's going to start to stack up here onto the Snapfire. Snapfire level 5. No Morty Kiss is not going to be able to get to the level 6. If he does come through, but with the 3 heroes, the rotation from GPK, not only are they going to be able to take down the Snapfire, they're going to be able to take down the tier 1 as well. 10
Radiant's
minutes
bottom
into the
tower
game here,
is
3 and
no
5
more.
for BetBoom. Just so clinical in this off lane.
BetBoom are putting the aggression up now because they know that one move want to wait for their level 6s. Save?
Yep,
Well,
self-destruction
that's
comes
interesting.
through, Split Earth as well. The illusion coming through from Save and Pantomim. He's going to chase down his track with Pulse over Pantomim. He's just going to give away his life. He put himself on a plate there with those cogs, and GPK just says, thank you very much. I will take that. Gets himself another Kobold. These Kobolds, man, just won't stop today. Top lane, though. Aincraft,
No mana.
he's diving towards the tier 2, but yeah, he's used that Firefly. He's out of mana, cannot get that lasso off. And Toronto Tokyo, he's going to be fine in it with, behind the trees with his own kind here. Just taking a leisurely stroll between goods.
Has the boots of travel on Aincraft, so now it's on him, right?
Yeah.
His dives, his aggression is something that might keep BetBoom at bay. You need to be on the
Dire's
aggressive,
top
even
tower
if
is under
it means
attack.
giving away your life sometimes, but rather the clockwork die, but doesn't matter. Just go into the enemy phase, going for a smoke, force some TPs, get out. If you get a kill, that's great. If not, you're at least creating space.
Yeah, and the odds from one move did not get better. Looking close to 10 to 1 here. No odds shifting for BetBoom, but EGB looking at one move. It's not a great start for one move, and it's reflected as the mid lane. Flash, GPK already moves himself away from this potential gank coming in.
He knows, he sees that people are missing from the map, and he understands the clockwork now. With level 6, he already showed that he had the hook shot twice, once in the top lane, once in the bottom lane, both times unsuccessful. You know what's going on, and BetBoom, man, they're so cool-headed. Sometimes teams, when they see a clockwork, TP, they're here. No, they're just wait. They know they don't have to be in any kind of a hurry. They get their items slowly. Nightfall, he has that Hood of Defiance. Even if he's in the cogs, he's not gonna die to Mortimer's Kisses. Once he has the pipe, that's gonna be true for all of these heroes, and then maybe you can get the sniper involved.
Yeah, Rider again. He's looking to contest onto the sniper, but the sniper with the shrapnel down. He just says, thank you for helping me stack this. The Firefly will get something from this. Ironcrad, he's going to be seen underneath his ward. So will there be a rotation coming through here? Because Ironcrad, he's just, again, moving through the dire jungle, but there's no response from BetBoom. They don't want to overcommit. They know the heroes are busy elsewhere. There's the smoke from Save, Nightfall, moving towards that mid lane. Afterlife, again, the disruption is even going to be the tumbler toy to close that gap. Does he time it correctly? He does. He gets it off. Shadow Boy as well, and Afterlife can't even get the cookie. It just crumbles in mid-air, and now they can move themselves onto a second tier 1 tower in the space of what, 2 or 3 minutes from the side of BetBoom.
Radiant's middle
Who's so
tower
mighty?
is under
That's how the
attack.
cookie crumbles. No, you don't know about. Yeah, anyways, BetBoom.
I know that, yeah.
You don't
Where did
watch. You,
Radiant's
you
middle
don't
tower
watch
go?
Jim Carrey, man. I don't watch. I don't watch Indiana Jones. We're not the same. Anyways, the move from BetBoom, it was quite normal, fast. You know, the thing that you want to do, get the tower down in the mid lane. Not the worst of things that it worked out. The worst of things is that one move they have this one space creator and he died while that was happening without even the Ravage being used. So Aincrad, he didn't force any TPs, he didn't do anything other than give his life away.
Handsome coming up to the high ground, Tumble's toy of his own, destruction into the poison now as well. Aincrad though might try and back him up, flame break into the ultimate kisses. Did he want to try and throw the Ravage to this? It looks like Tidon, so he's just going to pull the ripcord. He is out of there. He says, you got yourself into this, you can get yourself out. And Shadow Demon, it was a decent amount of gold to give over to the Batrider, but like you say, Aincrad, he gives up the lasso for that on a position 4. And it's not the objective you want as the Batrider. Nice kill, don't get me wrong, any kill for one move is a nice kill, but it's not the kill that they would have been looking for.
I mean, it's on their side of the map. It's just not, you're not applying any pressure. And you're just killing the only guy that is dying. I mean, look at that now. Nightfall knows, oh, there is no lasso. Hookrad might be ready. Nightfall? Can he actually die? The Wildwing is protecting him. Nice kill there from Nkushi.
Yeah,
doesn't
just
care.
straight up throws that Ravage, and now again the cookie, the rotation in. No, the cookie comes out, but Pantomime, that was just to get him up the cliff. It looks like everybody back for themselves away. So defensive Ravage for Nightfall, but hey, he's got an under 10 kills in 4 series to protect here.
I mean,
10 deaths, excuse me.
No one saw that.
he is seeing that one move isn't being overly aggressive. The Batrider, Aincrad, man, he has to go for a Blink Dagger, and this is just a disaster. Going up against the Lesh without the DKB, you're just gonna die. Imagine if you start pulling the Lesh, and he gets disrupted with his Diabolic Edict and the Pulse Snow off. He's gonna kill the Batrider, and Batrider won't be doing anything. So this is kind of a desperation move from the Radiant side, because they know they have to make something happen, and they don't have enough initiation power to do it.
In the jungle, they've found up Pantomime once again. He's gonna go down. Save picks up the kill. What is Save on at the minute? 2, 4, and 4.
He's the only one dying. They're only bullying him. He's the only one that can help.
Oh, Aincrad, he might go. I mean, he's got that Blink Dagger, but he doesn't have a lasso for 6 seconds, and there is a disruption available there, 2 in a second. So if he does go for this jump here, Aincrad, in fact, Shadow Poison, it comes out in the wrong direction. Aincrad just has to blink himself away defensively. In the mid lane, it looks like Afterlife trying to find some farm up against Nightfall as well. Nightfall doesn't want to overcommit. He knows that Ravage is on cooldown, so he doesn't want to get caught out by 2 or 3 heroes. Just takes the river creeps and backs himself away.
Just looking at one move. At least they're getting some farm on the Drow Ranger. But we talked about it, that Sniper can be a problem for a lot of these range heroes. And that's just because you can't get close to him before he just smashes you down. During nighttime, one move are looking to fight, but you're going up against the Sniper lineup. GPK doesn't have any extra vision, but he knows that he's at the place where someone can die. Everyone else on the side of BetBoom is completely protected by the Titan's push.
Yeah, and look at this as well, BetBoom, they're moving all the heroes to the top side of the map, knowing that something's wrong, there is heroes missing, so they don't want to get caught out solo. Apart from Nightfall, who's just a big tanky boy at the minute, but yeah, they move, they group together, they know if the smoke counts come in, they can easily respond as 5 and take that, take the fight to the side of one move, so they do just group up on the side of BetBoom.
Now when they have a fight, when you're gonna have a blink on the side, there is no more reason to split yourself up.
So here comes out Shadow Poisons now as well. They're going to try and go for the Overgrowth once that Ravage is going to be available, but they're going to get the kill onto Gilga even without it. Ruben just falls. Meanwhile, Aincrad, what's he trying to do? That last one, he can't get close to the headshots. Go with the headshots.
I don't consider myself. I don't consider
No, he
myself.
pushed the Sniper
I don't
away from
consider
himself.
myself
Man,
the
it
best
looked
player.
like Sniper had the concussive grenade. That was such a disaster. At least maybe he could have lasted him and TP'd away.
Dire's bottom
Oh
tower is
boy,
under
that felt
attack.
so, but you can't even move.
No. And yeah, even with the extra, with the Boots of Trial, the extra move speed, just the break between, because he just pops that
Radiant's top
take
tower
aim,
deserves
gets
just as
100%
much help as
headshot
bottom.
activation for, what is it, 3 seconds? Long enough to get the kill into the Batrider, stop him from getting that lasso off.
That
Radiant's
was
top
just a
tower is
disaster.
under attack.
And he thought he wanted to push him away. Then he understood, oh boy, I made a mistake, and then he just died. You know,
Yeah.
I deserved death. It's a manly thing to do.
Yeah, the Rabbit should connect on to Pantomim. He's going to get himself away, but Afterlife not so lucky here. Pantomim, he's going to be seeing, he drops the cog save though. He's looking to get the disruption off. Pantomim inside the trees. Where's that TP going to come from? Being scouted out. Shadow Poison's flying through. He's going to be found out. Yeah, the gush comes through. Just trying to deny himself to the tower. The hook shot. He's buying so much time. The TP. Is it going to be disruption? No, it doesn't matter.
Dyer's top
Find him.
tower.
They have the range. The split earth's going to be there as well, and Clock gets killed.
Now it's this is the falling apart type time for one move, because they don't really know what to do.
Dyer's
And I
middle
get it.
tower
I
is
get it.
under
They have been
attack.
destroyed. Their damage output is non-existent. They had the Snapfire in the offlane that didn't manage to accomplish anything, and now it's just way too hard to play the game.
But they're going to try and go on the top lane, but the overload's going through. There's only two heroes locked out. The
Double
TP going
kill.
taken in. That was the Mortimer Kisses. And you look at the tree, he doesn't even look like he's got any embers on him. Never mind set on liquid fire here. Toronto Tokyo carries on walking himself in Afterlife. He's just trying to buy time for the rest of his team. Fushi Fire Ranger to get himself away. DM and Fushi, he's going to be chased.
Triple kill.
Gets that gust off. There's the chase still going to be there though. GP Kid is so fast. He gets onto Afterlife. Pantomim might have to throw away his life here, dropping those cogs. He is going to be the sacrificial lamb.
Radiant's top tower has
Again,
looked
that
better.
was an engagement coming out from one move, and they lose 4 heroes from it.
Save the drow in the end, at least. You know, Munkushi
Radiant's
does
top
get himself
tower
out
deserves
alive.
just as
But
much
that's the
help
thing,
as
one
bottom.
move, they understand the pressure that they're under. They have to do something, and then you're making these moves. It's quite normal that it happens. You know,
Radiant's
for me,
middle
this is a
tower
much
could use
better
some
approach
help.
than just staying in your base and passively losing the game. You have probably already lost this one, but at least you are trying to make things happen. You're forcing BetBoom to TP. You lose 4 heroes, that's because you're so far behind, and BetBoom don't really make any mechanical mistakes, but you're trying for it. You know, you're
Radiant's
trying
top
to make
tower
moves,
is
you're
under
trying to practice
attack.
your communication, and in the end, that's it. I don't know. Sometimes teams can get hyped up, like, yeah, we can win, let's go. But realistically, from this series, you want to communicate well, you want to make
Radiant's
a
top
couple of
tower
good moves,
has
and if
looked
you manage to
better.
do so, you can be happy with just that.
Yeah, they might. They're not even going to be able to get this. Look at this ward, really nice when it is going to be scouted out
Radiant's top tower
and taken
deserves
care of.
just as
But
much help as
Korean's just
bottom.
going to be able to make himself invisible in these trees, move away from the potential hookshot coming in. And Toronto Tokyo, just seeing that he's it's a position 5 that's finding space and time to farm up and has that early warning system coming out that he's not even being picked off and punished because of it.
And Pure got the BKB. So for me, that's a statement that BetBoom just they can start going from objective to objective.
Speaking of ending it, they're going to end something here. It's going to be Afterlife that they do put to the sword and end the... And GPK, I mean, again, a good position. He's got the Diabolic Edict, 4 points into that. Pulse Nova if anyone comes in, but now they've got
Radiant's
an
bottom
opening to
tower
another
is under
to a
attack.
tier 2 tower this time.
Radiant structures are
Fortification will be
fortified.
used, but the cooldown
Are
on
those
Diabolic Edict level
cracks in
4,
Dyer's top
22-second cooldown on this. Even if half the time is wasted, he easily clears through the creeps and can go back onto this tier 2.
BetBoom are going for
Not
a
much
perfect game.
good's
They don't want
happening
to
to
allow
Radiant's
any tower
bottom
to fall,
tower.
considering they have a Treant Protector, the situation that they're in. This is not a hard thing to accomplish. But overall, normally teams would just go for Roche now. You have a BKB on the sniper, you start pushing. But we've talked about it, you know, Eastern European teams, especially ones that start dominating, they don't tend to go for classic moves. They just want to crush you, get as much farm as possible, and get to a point where whatever they do, which very rarely happens in Dota, mind you, whatever they do, however they approach the fight, they're gonna win. Sometimes BetBoom that has cost them a game. I think against Darkside it was that they lost the game that was kind of already won.
Yeah, and we'll see here if one move can get themselves back into it. The Drow, how's he looking itemized? Going towards that BKB. So this could be another good item to have in one move's arsenal looking for this fight. But
Radiant's top
Nightfall,
tower
he's
is
just going to
under
pull these creeps
attack.
away. He's got himself a heaven
Dyer's bottom
target.
tower needs
You
some
get the
help.
blink on, you get the initiation on the Drow, you stop him from right-clicking for 5 seconds. That's a massive chunk of a team fight that Drow range is doing no damage.
That's the idea here, that now if you counter the Drow, you win the game no matter what happens. But they scouted out Roche. One wanna be coming over. They know BKB on the Drow just yet, so she is vulnerable to dying.
Yeah, and you can see that Afterlife, he was trying to push out this bottom lane as well with the creeps, so it's going to take him a little bit longer to get into this. The ultimate kisses are going to be available, but I think one move, they're just going to give up this Roche. Yeah, they're moving themselves away. Munkushi, he's disengaging. It's going to be a free Roshan for the side of BetBoom.
Is it? They're hesitant. They understand the flare from the blocker. Okay, now they see a blocker. If they kill him, it's an easy roach. Before they do, you always are kind of hesitant to finish it off. The roach is so low, and they're not going to be happy.
Yeah, Tyrant trying to do what he can with that flame break, with the end of the double damage room there, but GPK just gets himself an Aegis, and again, Munkushi, he'd already moved himself away, so he wasn't going to be able to, even if something broke out, even if the Clockwork got a really nice hook shot, wouldn't have been able to capitalize on that, because he was always saying that it's a waste of time. I need the BKB, I need my items, so he's just standing here waiting for something that might happen. It's a waste, I need that farm.
The Ravage. No, they're gonna use the Overgrowth to kill Aincrad in the top lane. And Anthony is looking very dead as well.
He tries to go for the hook shot, but he just can't get away from these two heroes. He gets locked down. I mean, inside his own cogs as well.
Radiant's
just
top
say,
tower
we're not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with
bottom
us, and
tower
he gets the
needs
kill.
help.
Yor even finds a haste rune here. What was stolen? There is a sentry. So they're going to be able to get. It's just going to be the take aim taken away. Using that for the extra 100% headshots coming through, and he's cleaning up with it as well.
I mean, when you have a haste on the sniper and you use the take aim, it's just stupid, right? At least when you don't have it, you're moving slowly, like, and then if you get out of the range of the sniper, you're fine. With the haste, you're never fine because you're never gonna move one bit. I have to say one thing for one move. They have this BKB on the Drow. You need to have this item if you're to stand your ground and to win a fight. You need to be able to do it. You cannot allow the sniper to be able to, from the range, just kill you, right? When no one is close to you and you are getting with the sniper, but you're losing that fight. You need to sniper relies on the headshot. Yeah, Aincrad is just an easy guy to kill right now. That's what it has come to.
Yeah, his Goose just got completely cooked there, even with his own Firefly being down.
Have to take this abuse.
The last showed, GPK showed on the bottom lane, cleared off one creep wave, so Aincrad was thinking, oh, I can jump in here on the, GPK's nowhere close, I can jump in, I can find some farm. Surely they're going to be backing up GPK, and then he just immediately, with the boots of travel, throws himself to the top lane. Even Afterlife, same thing. He sees these heroes on the top lane, so he thinks he can find some farm on the bottom lane, and he's just going to be caught out. Nightfall down here, he throws the cookie, but the chase is on. Toronto sees him, and the right click, Toronto gets the kill.
Mega kill! Dire Snow fortified this
Kill after kill.
Double
He's taking
kill.
some damage. He's not the one with the Aegis.
But Munkushi, even through the BKB, Gus comes out, Leshard trying to do what he can to damage the right click from Yor. And Pure's going to be able to take down Munkushi even through the BKB.
I found him.
Was that lasso? Yeah, well, Pure's going to be taking some damage. It's not going to be able to get the kill, and now Aincrad kind of throws himself to the wolves. At least they get the clip easier, so it forces out a TP, and Sniper probably would have gone back to base anyway.
That's the thing. There's a demonic cleanse on the Shadow Demon, so every half a second you're just purging off the sniper. So the sticky napalms, they can't stay on him. The flame break damage, it can't stay on him, and the Firefly without any sticky napalms basically doesn't do any damage. Also on the bottom lane, one thing we didn't touch upon was the shard and the Treant Protector. He was just around the Snapfire there waiting for the TP to be used, and now with the shard he can easily cancel it with the root. For people that don't know, you get invis, and then once you get out of invis, you get the root off. You can even use it with a blink dagger. If you blink to someone and immediately hit them, even if they're not around the trees, you will get the root off.
Radiant's bottom tower's got problems.
Good engagement tool from Toronto Tokyo, and like you say, if he does, I mean, he has that blink already, so net worth-wise, this tree's not looking too bad here for Toronto Tokyo. And who would have thought here, the blink comes in, they're going to be able to get the Ramsey over to the ground range, and immediately pops it. Buckshot comes in from Phantom. Looks like Nightfall, he wants to be inside the cog, not outside, as they go for more Afterlife with the cookie out, using that mechanism as well to try and keep himself alive. Might go for that chase down what was stolen. It's going to be the Shrapnel, so a bit of high ground protection for the side of one moon with the Fade Bolt here as well. But this tier 3 still going to be taking damage from these illusions. And they're just going to give this tier 2 tower on the bottom lane up completely. Can't defend it with two heroes being dead anyway.
Radiant's bottom tower
doesn't have a BKB 28 minutes into the game. They can't do anything. you know, this is a stop they're already dead moment where BetBoom, the only way they stop getting kills over and over again is if they start feeling sorry for their opponents, which it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen.
Nope. 26k net worth lead at 28 minutes.
Radiant's top tower.
17,000
Radiant's top
on the
tower has
flash. For
fallen.
the Batrider, he's not even got 9 just yet. And TPK, he wants to be going for more. As this ages for the next 22 seconds, wants to be making use out of it there as well. Assassinate comes out to Gilga. It's not going to be enough damage to take the Rubik down. But tell me I didn't hear the hook shot onto his own teammate.
I'm okay. You didn't hear a hook shot. And it's off. Cover your ears.
Don't lie to me.
The hook shot his own teammate. I think that's the smartest of moves. Like, I tried, guys. Really, I tried. But hook shots in, he's just gonna die.
But again, BetBoom, they're playing this safe. They don't overcommit. They don't dive because they know if they give up 2 or 3 heroes inside the high ground, you know, all of a sudden one move could be 28k net worth lead, but it could drag them back into it. The amount of gold they'd get for these kill streaks. So they just play away. They might wait for the next Roshan. It's at least 2.5 minutes. You know, but they're putting the pressure, keeping the pressure on the map, and they're keeping the creep equilibrium pushed towards the side of one move side of the map as well. So it's really hard for anyone on the side of one move to push out for fear of, you know, being scouted out, losing these objectives, and not being able to. Because if they lose a fight on their side of the map, they're losing tier 3 towers. Speaking of Anthony, he spotted out there as well. He gets the hook shot to his teammate on purpose this time, but the assassinate coming through. The gush being used. He doesn't get taken down. Smoke, I don't think it was there in time, but the damage from the assassinate, it is only level 1 on that assassinate, so it wasn't enough damage to take the clock down.
No, you're beating on Dire's top tower.
BetBoom, when they played against Darkside and they were crushing them, they were constantly laughing. Now they all seem serious. It seems like they had a talk
Dire's
about,
top tower
okay
is
guys,
under
let's
attack.
not mess around. This is still a job. We need to be taking it seriously. Gilgear is down. But on the side of one move, if you look at them, they're you know, they're looking happier than BetBoom. So you could really ask yourself the question, like, who's actually winning this one if one team is smiling and the other one is super serious?
Yeah, that's definitely the moral victory here for one move, I guess. I would prefer the victory, but if you can have fun while losing, then that just shows to the team you're comfortable playing with each other, I guess. Aincrad, he's going to be caught out. I don't think he's going to go down again. Even if he comes out safe, does get the kill.
You know, we could go with one of those motivating quotes. When life kicks you down, you meet it with a smile and stuff like that. You know, maybe they watched some motivational videos before this one. Because yeah, this is this could be demoralizing for them. But one move, at least I'm not seeing it in their eyes that they're sad. You know, you see Munkushi, he has that kind of smilish face there, whereas Nightfall, he's all dead serious.
Yeah, and yeah, maybe they've been watching Batman Begins, you know, why do we fall to get back up? But at the minute, BetBoom are just holding them down and just repeatedly, you know, gut-shotting them here with how they're moving around these maps, finding the pickups and finding the kills on the heroes of one move.
Munkushi said Cheidit and Abazu, which means we'll go onto the base, and Save is saying waiting for 8k. So they're waiting for 80,000, and one move are like, no, you're gonna win before that, right? And they're getting out of the base. This is now a different approach to the game from both teams.
Yeah, so like you say, one move, just having fun with it, you know. There's no major grief between these two teams. They are having fun between them, you know, each other as well. And yeah, so BetBoom, the smoke out from one move, but they're not going to be able to find anything. Can they at least get a tower? That would be, you know, a huge victory here for one move. Just get a tower. That's all you need. And then you can say, okay, we're done.
Oh, the top tower is actually low. Just smoke towards it. Like, what the hell are you doing?
Tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
That was a bad smoke. But you know what? Smoke towards the top lane is impossible because the triangle is heavily protected.
Yeah.
Not any longer though.
You've still got a double damage pure there for the next 10 seconds or so. And
pure or double damage?
The right click's coming through. Okay, hook shot now onto the sniper. Sniper going to be forced away. He's got that BKB, so he's just going to be able to walk himself and just turn. Look at the right clicks again. Out of past him, there was the Lincoln Sphere. So that's going to be the lasso down. He didn't even know. And pure, again, double kill. How highly guarded was that triangle? very
Radiant's
highly
middle
guarded.
tower is under attack.
I don't consider myself
You definitely got
the best player.
confused there. I confused you, and I'm very happy about it. When I said you're double damage, you were way
Radiant's middle tower
nicely,
could use
the
some
Raw
help.
Ranger brought up and taken out. BetBoom, they're gonna be laughing at Save so much because he is the only one that is not like, oh my god, like who the hell did this? And then it's only one guy.
Radiant have
Like what the hell are
fortified
you
their
doing? This could have been a
structures.
perfect game if you were just playing defensively. Of course, not the case. Save was a big part of the early lead that BetBoom got, especially those moves to the mid lane, then move to the bottom lane, consistently protecting the tide. But still, it is quite a nice banter you can have with your teammates after the game.
Yeah, he has to buy 1 round of drinks for every death. So, you know, it might be an expensive night for him tonight, yeah, Save. But
Might be.
That might be. And you can see that Treant Protector, he's still in the Roche, but he's scouting this out. He's fine playing this left ward here on the Treant, waiting for this Roche to respawn. It is going to be 17 seconds away, so fairly soon. BetBoom are going to be able to move back, get themselves another Aegis, the Shard coming out as well. Probably give it over to the Sniper, you know, just give him a little bit more protection, get him that concussive grenade, and then look to maybe step up onto the high ground if you are BetBoom.
Radiant's top tower is under
I'm looking at
attack.
these Tide Hunter items, man. He has so many ways to shoot. Blink Ravage. Like, he doesn't have to use this Ravage immediately, considering that one move don't have the damage currently to deal with it. Maybe if the Drow is able to right click, but he can't really get all too close on Munkushi. And now, you know that the Roche is being taken, you know that Aincrad is being chased down, and there is nothing you can do about either.
Yeah, Toronto Tokyo with the quicker TP, or started the TP before Aincrad got into a
I
safe
don't
space,
consider
just
myself
completely
the best
predicted.
player.
Like, where the Batrider was going to try and go
I
keep
don't
us off
consider
stage,
myself
got
the
that
best player.
point perfect TP, and all of a sudden Aincrad's dead. Again, Phantom going to be revealed. Thoughts out the Assassinate coming through as well, saying, give it a kill, give it a kill. But Disruption save, he's going to take it for himself.
Dire's top tower is under
Handle
attack.
damage during the disruption if you're the Shadow Demon, both with Demonic Purge and the Shadow Poison does it. So very easy way to secure kills, even easier than
Dire's
sometimes
top
for an
tower
OD.
is
But
gone.
yeah, that was a really nice interaction there with happen. Oh, maybe.
Afterlife? No, he's just going to give up his life. He's cute, very cute, but just kind of a little bit too early, the cookie there, into the roast pit.
That was a nice way. Phantom was juking around the trees, but both Nightwall and the Sniper were there. He knew that the Sniper was there because he had a ward and a sentry. That doesn't seem like BetBoom want to take it down. And Save, can he die again? Can they kill him the 6th time? Round number 6.
Save, yeah. You don't want to be giving up a 6th round, and he thinks he might just go for this. Did he get aggressive? They've got the ward down. Disruption comes through Pure. He's trying to close this gap as well. Aincrad, he's not going to be able to get himself away. The right clicks coming through from the Sniper. They have started, and the blink keeps getting reset. Nightfall does get the kill to kill you, but the chase into the trees. Aincrad, he doesn't have a TP for 10 seconds, but the shrapnel, it doesn't count him out, but the Shadow Poison does assassinate. They have the vision, they have the damage, they have the kill.
We're halfway there. It's 40,000 gold lead for BetBoom, and they're waiting for 80k. I don't know how they're going to be able to calculate it, but
Dire
maybe
still
they ask
fortified
the
their
enemies to give them.
structures.
Which items do you have? How much gold you have? You put it there in the calculator quite fast, and then you know that you're 40k gold ahead. So 36 minutes with my perfect knowledge of maths. I'm guessing this game is then going to be lasting for 72.
Yeah, this is going to be a full 90-minute game. It's going to put the Southeast Asian games to shame.
Where did Radiant's middle
Highest
tower
game
go?
time on average. So what? This game's going to go for 3 days. Or maybe it's going to go for three seconds here as BetBoom. They're looking to push in. Multi-shot coming through, but Pure he just outranges Munkushi, doing the right click damage to him there as well. Lincoln's is going to be broken. Unfortunately, there is no buy. He's dead, and Lasso is not available. Anyway, the hook shot, it comes through onto an illusion. Phantom. At least he tried. And that's the main thing. At least one move. They can say they give it the old...
Radiant's middle barracks
They
are
gave it a
under
go.
attack. Radiant's middle
Usually when
barracks
you
have
let someone with a Rubik and toss them back, it's not the enemy great, but the Sniper and
double kill.
Look at it. They're just cleaning
Here we
up.
go
Godlike on
again.
Pure, godlike on GPK. They're going to be
Double
doing wonders
kill.
for the KDA of the course here in this game.
they're trying to get on top of Nightfall there, who's pretty much not dying any game.
No, I mean Nightfall's still 8-0 and 15, so he's having a good time too.
I guess 11-0 is better, which is what both GPK and Pure have. We're gonna need some time to get over this guy. Because Nightfall, in terms terms of KDA, in terms of everything, it's
Radiant's
just been
middle
looking
tower could
unstoppable.
use some help.
Yeah, having a really good. The Tendrils is going to be stolen here from Gil, but the assassinate comes out. No one going to have it for long. Joe does get the kill, and the base now is starting to be cleaned up. Hookshot, it's going to be off the mark because there was a disruption now. Did he get another kill onto the Brow Ranger inside the Fountain bedroom? They're looking to do a little bit of farming here, and Drow Ranger pops that BKB, but the game pretty much over at this point.
They call GG and bedroom, they fly to their enemies, they fly lots of platinum, so it's only 50,000 gold, and then they end the game. But yeah, 38 minutes of one move getting smacked. But as we mentioned, on cameras they seemed like they were having fun. So you know why end it if you're having a nice game of Dota, friends?
Yeah, and they like.
Dire team's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Dire team's turn to pick. Radiant team's turn to pick.
Treant Protector.
Radiant team's turn to pick. Dire team's turn to pick.
Sniper.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Which is the important part. And yeah, one move, if you can get some good footage of this to go back to check
Dire
over.
team's turn to ban.
To go over with the coach as well.
Timbersaw.
Did you pick up a Timbersaw? Okay. Hero that we don't
Radiant team's
usually
turn to
see.
ban.
Usually straight ban. If the teams think that the other team can't play it, but it does get through the draft this time.
Radiant
It's
team's
always
turn to
dire team's
ban.
I haven't seen it. This is weird, right? I'm not sure what this is all about. I guess Sniper does do a lot of physical damage.
Yeah.
And Clockwork, if he doesn't kill you during the battery assault, he's not really all that powerful. But okay, I mean, that's fine. It's a hero with which you
10
can dive.
seconds
It's a
remaining.
hero with which whose strengths you can play around and get those early towers.
5
Maybe
seconds
maybe
remaining.
around it they can get something done in the early game. At least have some chances to get a pick off here and there in the early mid game. We'll see how BetBoom responds to it. There is, as you mentioned, still an option of a sniper mid lane. There's that in the previous draft, so maybe they pick up something that's gonna deal with the Timber in the lane.
Yeah, and the Lesh this time will be banned off. GPK not going to be able to get that one out, but we see the Broodmother's gone, Nature's Prophet, Storm Spirit actually going. I guess another hero that gets on top of the Sniper can get through the the protection of the Clockwork there as well. So Cog's not really effective when you can just ball lining away from them.
Yeah, not really. We're seeing Pure is saying something. Considering that his hero was already picked, is it maybe gonna mean that they're moving the Sniper away? Right? Though he has been quite vocal as far as I've seen, and in the interviews, the vlogs that they've given in the on YouTube on the side of BetBoom. So, he tends to speak a lot in the game. Yatoro as well in Team Spirit. These carries, these new carries in Eastern Europe, man, they're so good. And then BetBoom, they kind of got the best three, right? Nightfall was a carry, Pure is a carry, GPK can play mid and carry as well, and we get all of them in one team, and then we're gonna be the strongest. For now, it's working out.
Yeah, Viper Viper makes sense up against, so not actually a big surprise there. Just the initials seeing the ban, but yeah, the Death Prophet, the Batrider, Lesh and Rubik all being taken away. Lena's gone as well from the side of BetBoom, so just
10
taking the time
seconds
to over
remaining.
these bans here, both sides, just taking the time to think about what they don't
5
want to be
seconds
playing up
remaining.
against.
Yeah, and also BetBoom have played the Viper. It's not like it's something that they haven't played. They even played it on mid lane, if I'm not mistaken. Check that. Played the Viper mid. Viper mid is a hard hero to play. People think it's super easy, but then if it was, everyone would be picking it when they see an Ember. But moving with this hero in the mid lane is actually really tough. You know, I remember I was playing
Radiant team's turn to pick.
with the mid laner who was
Dire
considered one
team's
of the
turn to
biggest
pick.
talents in my country, and he played a lot of different mids. And then when I asked him, would you want a Viper? He says, I don't know what to do with the hero, really. It's not that I feel bored playing it, I just don't know. I always pick him, I win the lane, and then I don't know what to do. And that is when it hit me. You know, with heroes like this,
10
it's all
seconds
about your
remaining.
movements. And BetBoom, they know how to utilize it in the mid lane, but
5 seconds
some
remaining.
other pro players, even the best of them, might not be feeling too comfortable to do it.
Yeah, and I mean, Viper has been described as the biggest, you know, win lane, lose game hero. So that might be, you know, the part of the problem with around the hero, that you just you don't know where to go with it after you stomp that lane and you get the lane. And if you win the lane at all, which, like say, Viper usually really strong at doing, but it's not impossible to
Dire
you know,
team's turn to
rotate a
pick.
sport in and take the lane away from him. And not a mobility hero, so if he gets something that can get on top of him, get the ganks off. But enough of the Viper. We get the Shadow Fiend coming out here for one move. Position, I mean, have we seen many mid lane Shadow Fiends? I can't remember the last one I saw, to
10
be honest.
seconds
The safe
remaining.
lane? Well, I think you and me casted the safe lane, SF. It was the
5 seconds
day that
remaining.
we casted. Was it on the 19th?
Radiant team's turn to
No.
pick.
But I know that we casted one
Yeah.
recently, you and me. Oh, it was actually Navi versus one move, and that is the game that one move won, where they played a SF and a Treant Protector. They
Oh, yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have
Seconds
none of those
remaining.
other heroes,
Мне
yeah,
всё
but that's
бесит, я
those were the two that they
раздражительный,
played.
мне всё бесит.
And Munkushi just had
5
space
seconds
for
remaining.
days. Like,
Yes.
yeah, because
Yes.
yeah.
He's not gonna have space for days in this game because he's up against the Clockwork, and so the burst potential is there. One of the reasons why the Hoodwink was picked, okay, other than say being like incredibly powerful in the hero, is the break for the Timber Saw and the heavy magical damage that you want against Timber. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets an early shard on the Hoodwink, so you get the boomerang and you make sure that the Timber just dies. That's kind of the idea. BetBoom, if they can kill the Timber, one move cannot play the game because that's their hero that is going to be applying pressure, and that's why the Hoodwink came.
Yeah, and what else do they want to be picking? Because they've got some. I mean, if these heroes get jumped on, apart from the Clockwork, obviously, that wants to be doing the jumping himself, but you know, with the Tiny coming out, these aren't the biggest health pool heroes on the side of BetBoom. Do they want to then maybe shift to something like the Dragon Knight in the mid lane? You know, that's going to have that the big tanky hero have a lot of protection.
I feel like if you put a Dragon Knight in the mid lane for, you mentioned for BetBoom,
Yeah.
Dire team ban.
then you're gonna get an SF to the face. So I don't think that would be the way to go for sure. Even though SF is most likely gonna be in the safe lane, you don't want to get a slow melee hero in the mid because you're gonna get bullied by the SF. It's just how it goes with the raises. But instead, BetBoom are gonna be going for the Doom.
10
That is a hero
seconds
that allows
remaining.
you to kill the Timber anytime on the map. You just doom him. He cannot kill you, and
5 seconds remaining.
after enough time, you will be able to do enough damage. Also, Doom is a very fast hero and a high armor hero, which is good in the lane against the SF and the Treant Protector, being fast so that you can dodge the raises, so that you can
Radiant
get
team
yourself
ban.
out of the Nature's Grasp. And of course, you know, having high armor is because you don't want the Treant Protector to punch you and for you to just
Dire
lose half
team's
your
turn to
HP.
ban.
So I like it. I think the Doom is actually a solid approach here from BetBoom.
Yeah, and all he needs to do is buy about 20 mangoes, find the nearest harpy, get the lightning, you know, devour the harpy, get the lightning, just sit back and throw the lightning out up against the Shadow Fiend.
10 seconds remaining.
How about you find a mana burn creep?
5
You have
seconds
the mana
remaining.
regen from him. Maybe you can buy the arcane boots and then you purge off his mana or take away his mana. Wouldn't that be a better one?
It's not as fun as 20 mangoes and lightning. You want to be playing like the Zeus roleplay on the
Radiant
the Doom.
team's turn to ban.
Or at least
Now, Rob, now I know why you lose MMR.
Yeah.
Because you come up with your own ideas. Look at what Nightfall is gonna do. Do exactly that, and then you're gonna be fine. But one move, they're gonna be banning out some mid lane heroes that they feel scared of. These are the mid lane heroes.
10
that
seconds
are,
remaining.
One, the Primal Beast good at diving, and then you kill the Treant Protector, you push down the
5
tower.
seconds remaining.
Second one is the OD, whose damage is a really big problem for the Timber. So I like the bans, but there's just so many heroes left that the GPK can pull out, and he has the last pick as well, so he's gonna know if he's playing against something else. And I would prefer this to be a position for Tiny. in this game in particular.
Would you? I mean, again, I think there is the potential for the Tiny to get that quick blink and get the you'll get aggressive up against the sniper, get aggressive up against the hoodwink, and try and again find those ganks and create space for Munkushi to find a little bit of farm. Just find that time to get the items. Maybe his first 2 big items.
Dire
The
team's
reason
turn to
I'm
pick.
not so sure about the mid lane Tiny is because you're up against the Clockwork. He's always going to be in your face, right?
Yeah.
You can blow up the Clockwork, you can blow up the Hoodwink, but you want to do it when they're on defensive, and the clock is always going to be in your face. So that's why I'd like a 4 Tiny, level 3 Timbersaw. You leave the lane and you help your mid laner, whoever it may
10
be,
seconds
to
remaining.
crush the enemy mid lane, or at least do well in it, so that
Radiant
you too can
team's turn
rotate
to
towards the
pick.
Timbersaw and play the game. like that. So let's see if that's what they're gonna go for. Yes, they go for the Pango. So Tiny rotates to the mid lane, have a toss towards the Pango. Pango kills him, or at least pushes him back, and then you have this Pango that is ahead of the enemy mid laner. Is it gonna work out? I don't know, but it is a pretty solid plan.
So
10
what's left
seconds
for
remaining.
GPK to play up against the Pango in the mid lane? Yeah, like what? I mean,
5
not even play,
seconds
but
remaining.
what's left for this mid lane? Because look at all these mid lane heroes that both sides have ban out.
I mean, there are heroes that you can go for.
Choose your
Queen
hero.
does, so they want to go for breast damage. Queen bullies pretty much all of the melee heroes. You know, Ember can dodge the Shadow Strike. There are some Dragonite can stand his ground, but Pango, he doesn't have that much regen, so he's gonna be suffering a little bit. And what BetBoom wanted to do is get a hero that has a mobility spell with which you can live even if the Tiny rotates. And I think Queen of Pain kind of ticks all of those boxes. So it was a very nice pick, probably the perfect one. And BetBoom have shown us that the Queen of Pain can work, even though she's not that great in the current meta. Plus, you know, another burst for Afterlife. I still think if Afterlife dies, it's a big problem. One underrated thing, I mean, in the early mid game, and one underrated thing when it comes to Queen of Pain versus Pango: use the Sonic Wave and you stop him for a second or two during his rolling time. It's enough for all of your friends to just bail.
Yeah, and I do like the pick, like you say, being able to have that hyper mobility. You know, get yourself in the Timbersaw face and blow it up. But how do you expect the mid lane to go in terms of? Do you want the supports rotated in to help out Queen of Pain to shut down onto the Pango, or do you want the Queen of onto the side lanes?
Rune control, and the Queen of Pain. If you see that they're like diving, then you are responding every single time with the Queen. And I get that is.
What the?
Don't forget our sponsors, EGB. You can see the odds at the below the screen there. It's a 6-1 in favor of BetBoom.
Prepare
as
for
one
battle.
move. The odds are on for them after that first game. Not surprising, but if you go visit our sponsors EGB, you can get yourselves into the giveaway. The giveaways happen every 30 minutes. All you need to do is put a minimum of a $1 bet on and click the take part button, and you will be entered into those 30-minute giveaways happening for the entire day just off that $1 bet. So check out our sponsors over at EGB.
One move, they're in a smoke, but they're not going towards the top lane to defend their trees. Okay, they forgot about it, and now they're just gonna be losing all the trees here on the top lane. Imagine if you're a squirrel, you're just destroying your home because you know that it
I
will
don't
hurt your
consider
enemy.
myself the best player.
Yeah, I don't know enough about
30
squirrels to know
seconds
if
to
that's
battle.
wrong.
It's wrong for trees to go down. Yeah, because squirrels pretty much need tree hides to get
Target
food.
practice
Get it?
paying off.
Yeah, okay.
But they're nasty, you know. Squirrels are very good at warfare, and you shouldn't be messing with squirrels. Anyone who has watched Rick and Morty, they're gonna know that.
That wasn't the reference I expected to come out, but yeah, no, don't mess with squirrels. They will mess you
Let's
up
get
here.
moving.
Save looks like he's the 3 heroes around. They're gonna try and mess him up, but Save has to back himself away. And Gilgit, he just couldn't get on top. You know, he didn't have anything skilled up, but he wasn't able to get to close the gap to Save, get another toss or a toss off to get them back into the waiting arms of the Shadow Fiend, and it will just be the trade actually going the way of one move in terms of the runes. But let's see if they can translate that into anything into the lane as well.
It was almost even 4 runes for one move, given that Afterlife was very close to that rune, but Pure, he clicked a little bit faster and was a bit closer there, so that that prevented him. Afterlife starting off with the Timber Chain. Securing the range creep is going to be a problem, especially after you use the boss for nothing in Guild Gears. Nice start there.
Top lane, we can see that Nightfall, the Razors are going to be coming out against him here as well. Pantomime might actually be able to get the... Oh, he's just going to TP himself away. Yeah, nothing to stop this TP. Nightfall, just back to the tier 1 tower. Did take a lot of damage, but he's going to be able to get some regen. Nightfall, yeah, where's the time? The time gets passed over, so Nightfall...
Ooh,
still going to be alive.
Dire's courier
He comes out, has to be careful about his courier, which... Oh no, it's actually Pantomime that lost his courier. Both of the Radiant couriers are going to be getting out alive, though.
You need a little bit more in levels on BetBoom really to deal with this aggression. One move, they're aware just how powerful their level 1 is. Their level 3 is incredibly powerful as well. And you want to apply as much pressure as you can in between that one. Doom is this kind of a hero that is always going to have a ton of farm. So you need to be able to pressure him a little bit earlier just to delay it.
Yeah, and do you think it's going to be the Hand of Midas Doom coming out for Nightfall, or does he go into the into those Greaves a little bit earlier on?
I don't even go for Greaves. I wouldn't mind it. To be honest, the utility Doom isn't something that is unknown to Dota players, but I haven't seen it for quite some time. I still think Dooms, they usually go.
I think that's just a Tomo getting in my head. Every time the Doom comes out, he tells me about his position for Aura Doom. And how well he's doing in pubs with it. So it's like, it just sticks in the back of my mind.
You're just tell him that you're doing well in your 5-6k pubs. Well played. Good job. And yeah, he's probably gonna let him go. Doom is gonna find the Ice Ogre mage. Does he want it? Now it's gonna be much tougher to deal with him. The Frost Shield, Ice Armor. Sorry.
Yeah, giving him that extra 5 armor, and
Radiant's bottom tower's got
Pantomime here
problems.
as well. Pantomime's just going to throw in some harass again. The lead sheet does come through. He's level 2, so he has the Nature's Guise. So he's doing his best, but in the lane, how is the Doom doing? In fact, the Doom's doing about as well as the Shadow Fiend in terms of last hits here. Bushwhack comes out onto Shadow Fiend there as well, so Munkushi being controlled for a little bit extra time. And if you're the Doom in this lane here, are you going to be prioritizing just looking to max out the Devour, get as much bonus gold as possible as early on?
It depends. I think Nightfall, he's a greedy guy, man, but he's also an aggressive guy. It's hard to tell. I'd actually like for him to get more points in Scorched Earth. That's what Dooms are doing mostly nowadays. They get more points in Scorched Earth and they try to go for kills. Especially because if you get on top of the SF and he hasn't hit you with the mid or the long range raise, he's gonna be in a ton of trouble. We will be able to run him down.
Yeah, and it looks like Nightfall is just going to be happy trying to find this farm underneath his own tier 1 tower. The Bushwhack comes out now as well. Munkushi taking a lot of damage. Nightfall is level 3. 2 points into that score. Looking to chase down. Munkushi can get himself away from this. He turns with the range. The down Nightfall, he just needs one more. He gets the damage off. Secures that first blood, and now the Ice Armor on the save there as well. So save as he does get the Bushwhack through. This is going to be 2 kills here for Nightfall in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Hug your brother. That's what Save said there, and then they killed him. I mean,
Dire's middle tower isn't going to
what the
last
hell?
long.
Like we just talked about it. The thing you cannot allow is for the Doom to get on top of you when you haven't hit him with the mid lane or the long range race, and then Munkushi just runs into the Doom. Like, what the hell do you want? Yeah, and that's not gonna end up too well. Just kidding. Of course, it was a very nicely placed Bushwhack. People tend to forget
Radiant
that this
structures
spell
are
can
fortified.
pull you towards the enemies, and Munkushi there, he just underestimated it.
Yeah, bottom lane though. Did the cogs come through? Toronto Tokyo through the tops underneath the tier 1 tower. Avalanche with the Tim Chain as well. A lot of damage coming through onto Toronto Tokyo on the bottom lane. The Gilgear, he's going to be able to trade off the kill that Pure takes down Gilgear. And Afterlife, he might get aggressive onto the sniper. Pure though still sitting back. He's just plinking away. Anytime he gets an opportunity onto the Timbersaw here.
That's the way to play with the Timber. Just push towards him. Push towards him first. You're gonna get the levels faster than the Timber himself, so he's not gonna have that level advantage. And Other than that, because the creeps are coming in, Timber doesn't kill the creeps too fast. He's gonna have to focus on CS rather than on bullying you. So that's a very smart approach from BetBoom. Even though they got their work tossed in, they just force it further, deeper towards the enemies, and it makes playing the Timber Saw a little bit tougher. But after like this level 5, he's gonna have the reactive armor maxed out for that level, and this allows Gilgear to start moving towards the mid, where GPK is not suspecting this.
Doesn't have a point in the blink as well. He does put it in that held point at level 6. So the avalanche comes through from underneath the tier 1. GPK, he's got himself the raindrops as well. So not a lot of damage coming through there from the Tiny. And he is able to just step himself away, looking towards that room. Where is it going to spawn, as Nightfall might be in a little bit of trouble? Taking a couple of raises with the Infernal Blade onto Phantom. GPK does get a regen rune though as well. Going to be a really nice rune for him. He's just really pretty much out of mana, but being able to regen up completely back to full health, full mana might be enough to get aggressive here. As you can see that Pango's already rotated off the lane. Gilgan might be close to follow. They want to get this kill onto Pure on the bottom lane, but Afterlife, he's going to get so low. Pure going to come through here onto the sniper. The sniper just holds his ground. He knows, yeah, Pure just knows he's going to go down and just stands up to the damage coming through there from that Rolling Thunder. Top lane, Munkushi going to be chased down. Nightfall doing a whole lot of damage. At one point into the Infernal Blade there as well. So just being able to get the mini stun off, the extra damage, that health damage there. But Shadow Fiend was able to get back underneath the tier 1.
The raises hurt so much when you stack them up. The third stack there, even through the infused raindrops, it just smacked them down. And that's nice. You know, when the Tiny starts rotating towards the mid lane, even though you can't kill the Queen, it does open up the possibility of killing the sniper. And BetBoom, he should know that Aincrad is here, but sometimes you can just lose the focus. Doesn't happen to Pure though. He understands.
Yeah, he's just trying to use that shrapnel to secure last hits, you know, get the harass out onto Afterlife as well. Toronto, Tokyo going for another wraparound. He's got the battery assault, but it's going to be the Timber Chain away, and it just forces Afterlife back to his tower. Meanwhile, underneath the tier 1 tower, Borden looks like he gets saved. No, Pantomime, he's going to go down to save, and Nightfall gets low as well. But at least he doesn't die, and you know, Save picking up a kill that's going to be really nice here. It gets some solo XP because Nightfall wasn't close to Pantomime, so he gets some solo XP for that. It gets him to that 6 a little bit quicker as well.
So far, so good for one move. They aren't losing any of the lanes. All of their cores are in a good position. The game is even currently, and they're going to try to go on GPK and be completely unsuccessful, but yeah, not much was used really.
Well, Rolling Thunder, that's when he starts in Toronto, Tokyo. He just drops the cogs, forces Aincrad away from him, and now even the sniper rotates it in here. So it looks like they just go for the disengage on the side of one move. Didn't cost them a lot. They don't get anything out of it. They even find a little bit of solo farm for Afterlife here in the off lane. So not an awful gank. You know, it doesn't get any kills, but it creates space for the Timbersaw.
Radiant's bottom tower
that is kind of
under
the case, but BetBoom, what they wanted to do is get the Rolling Thunder out. Now you know that there's a little bit over a minute that you can be slightly more aggressive, and they're trying to utilize it. Gilgear moving around with the Tiny, he really wants to make something happen, but he might have gone too deep.
Yeah, there is going to be the Bushwhack coming through here, and Gilgear, he's going to be chased down. Nightfall, he's not skilled enough to do just yet, but Pantomime gets the deny because of the Shadow Strike. But yet, GPK wants to go for that blink in. Is there going to be another Infernal Blade in the next couple of seconds? Well, Pantomime not even going to be needed either. They're coming through onto the Doom. He held that point just in case he needed it though. The Sonic Wave committed as well, and Nightfall gets the kill onto Munkushi. So what was that about one move not losing the lanes?
They didn't lose the lanes. This is out of the lanes.
Yeah, that's just... For those cracks.
Anyways,
in Dire's top
what
tower?
happened there is very weird coming out from Munkushi, considering that he tends to be a little bit more in the passive box. That he tries to save his support. Even if he saves it, doesn't really change all that much, and you use your ulti, and he runs into a Doom with his ulti there. I think he was hoping that Nightfall maybe hasn't skilled that up. Look at Aincrad, man, he really wants this sniper. He's been poking Pure for quite some time now.
Yeah, and again, Nightfall held that point in the Doom just in case he did need it for that rotation, and paid off almost immediately in the mid lane though. Gilgear.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And it was, that's really sure. Coming through, Pure taking a lot of damage with the Bushwhack. He gets the line, just Pure get himself away from this one. Whereas those headshots to Rolling Thunder, he's trying to hide himself in the trees here, Pure, but it doesn't matter the return. Sniper will be taken down, so really nice pick. The GPK could be able to get the blink away in the river, but yeah. just trying to hide behind that tree. Aincrad turn it around with another Rolling Thunder proc, and Pure just accepts his death.
Oh, very nicely done by one move. They are they're playing this game much better. It's for me, it's coming down to Guild Gear. He's 0, 2, and 1, but really his moves have been what has been enabling everything. With him moving to the mid lane, it is enabling Aincrad to move. With him making a play on the top lane, suddenly BetBoom, they feel confident, and then Aincrad can go for these moves. Of course, Aincrad is using them perfectly, but it's starting from the Tiny. Despite him having 0 and 2, I feel like we have to highlight that he has had a lot of impact on this Pango making moves, and this is allowing Afterlife to not get touched, and that might be something that actually allows one move to get this tower, something that he didn't manage to do for 40 minutes in the previous game.
Yeah, Trick Tactor up on the top lane, gets bushwhacked once again, but he's trying to get himself away with the Nature's Guys. Should just be able to walk himself out. I mean, the Leech gets dropped as well. Is there going to be another bushwhack coming through? It's off cooldown now. They have the bait, they have the bushwhack. Sharpshooter, and Save gets himself another kill up against Pantomime. I thought he would have just hit himself in the trees, walked himself away from that, but he tried to come in with the Leech Shield, and he gets caught out because of it.
Did you ever see a Treant player not go for that extra creep, for that extra Nature's Grasp, you know? Have you ever seen it? It's pretty much as a Tinker player when he has lost the game and then spamming the heat-seeking missiles from the fountain. It's kind of the wet dream for the players who play these heroes. And, you're always gonna see that happen, even though it might not be the best play. In most cases, it's gonna work out for you. Okay, you're gonna die either way. This time around, though, yeah, as you mentioned, that one probably.
Oh, Avalanche comes up, Cogs gets dropped, but he doesn't get caught in, but the hookshot's still there. Pure has that right to level 8. No assassinate. Do they have the damage to take him down? Afterlife, though, trying to get in front, and it looks like they're going to be able to save Guild here. But now the chase is on Afterlife. He wants to be going on to Toronto, Tokyo. It's even going to be the Nature's Grasp coming through. Toronto, Tokyo. Can he get himself away from this one? There's going to be a really nice chakram coming through, and the damage Afterlife, he gets it with the Whirling Death.
Very nice positioning from Afterlife to never get into a position where he's gonna get pushed by the cogs.
Yeah.
Toronto Tokyo had the cogs there for the majority of that time, but Afterlife was always right on top of him, and he knew the cogs would only increase his chances of dying by using it there. And BetBoom, they're gonna be dealing with Discord here. They've had some Discord issues even before the game started, so I'm hoping all of those do get resolved so we can get back into the game.
Yeah, and it's minor issue. Hopefully, like I say, Discord, it's usually just a straight up disconnect, reconnect, get yourself back into it. So hopefully this pause won't be too long here. 7-4 though, and one move, they have that net worth advantage. And like you say, the Timbersaw just being left completely alone for a decent stretch of time on this bottom lane, it sits him top of the net worth.
I think it's a mistake from BetBoom not killing him. You have the Sonic Wave, you have the Sharpshooter. Even with the hood, he should die. So I think Afterlife is getting away with a little bit too much right now. And even if you kill him at this point, then he's gonna understand that he can die and can play accordingly. But you know, he's just gonna continue forcing out the issue until he's punished.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and Pure, at least Pure's gonna be able to get some XP for this. Does he try and go in? The shrapnel damage coming through. Afterlife taking himself away from this one. Look at this, Pure just stacking up the damage onto the Timbersaw, but Timbersaw with no way to stop that Timber Chain just gets himself out of dodge and can just continue throwing up in the jungle now as well.
Top tower. Radiant's middle tower shouldn't have to take this abuse.
They're not trying to punish this guy. Aincrad is the one that they want to go for. And actually, he's the one that they might miss the kill on if they miss just one spell, he can get himself out.
Yeah, Swashbuckle comes through there as well, so Aincrad will be able to back himself away. While that's going on, GPK just continues to farm in that middle lane here. But do they find the dive onto Guild here? Because there is a hookshot available, smoke coming out from the side of the battle. They're going to try and jump on. They actually get the jump onto Aqua, so they are going to get the jump on. It looks like even tap inside the cogs. Right then he comes through, but still inside the cogs. Nobody wants that inside that launch pit. Guild here, the right is coming through from the sniper onto the Tiny, so Pure will be able to clean him up. And now the assassinate as well. Aincrad's going to be cleaned up. Sonic Wave, GPK, he gets the kill. 3 heroes dead. A really nice find there from BetBoom. Really effective smoke.
Yep, yeah, that's it. Finally, kill onto the timber saw.
Dire's middle
If it
tower
was
is
just the
under
timber at
attack.
this point, you could say
It
BetBoom.
looks like Dire fortified their structures.
They've taken so long. He isn't gonna mind dying there to the Doom, but the fact that
Someone
you get
better
2
help
more
Dire's
kills on
middle
top of
tower.
that, well, that's definitely gonna hurt for one move. Because now they have to TP multiple heroes into the mid lane just to protect it, and then it's not gonna be easy to move around the map and actually get yourself into a position where you can fight. And also, you don't have the rolling thunder for 30 seconds. So BetBoom, they can easily just get themselves out, reset, and maybe go for another
Sort of
pickoff.
prize
Yeah, while this is
this?
going on, Munkushi is finding a bit of time and space to find get the
Yep.
farm up, going towards the Dragonlance. So, he's not going to be super annoyed at what the rest of his team are doing because he needs the space, he needs the time, he needs the farm to get himself. Because he is, I thought he was lowest. He's the second lowest core in terms of net worth here. And Afterlife, well, there's going to be another really nice pickup if he can get the lockdown on Afterlife. The back comes through. Luca's going to be here though. The sharpshooter comes through with the box into that point blank hookshot. Can he get a kill from this? He might even be able to turn around onto Toronto, Tokyo. Toronto, Tokyo,
Dire's middle
looking for that
tower
TP
is
away.
under
Does he have the
attack.
time and the space? He does. He's going to be able to get himself away. Even GPK in the trees, not going to be TP. The overgrowth, it was used, but GPK was already away there, and Pantom, I don't know if the overgrowth would have been in range anyway. GPK away.
Probably not. Probably wouldn't have been, but yeah, GPK got found in the woods by the Pango, and I was like, was GPK TPing? No, he was waiting. He was waiting to be found out because he knows with a blink out, he can probably get enough distance away from his enemies to get a TP away. And there it is, one move they
Middle tower
got
shouldn't
really
have to
didn't
take
want
this
the clockwork. In
abuse.
the end, they'll get nothing.
Yeah. Nightfall, though, does have that Doom up in 15 seconds. We can see that mid lane, Dulgir, he's looking for a backstab. Who's he going to be able to find? It looks like nobody. But inside the Dire General save, he's... I mean, the hunted, because you don't usually see squirrels, getting super aggressive with crossbows or loots that fire arrows, whatever the hell
Radiant's
that
middle
thing is.
tower could use some
But
help.
he is looking to get aggressive, and Munkushi, he's seen it. He's right underneath this ward as well, so there could be a hookshot.
Oh, it's coming.
Yeah, he's going to be coming over onto this. Munkushi, he's just waiting for these creeps to be dealt with. Point blank hookshot into a sharpshooter. Going to be taken already. The boat flags are now take down. The damage coming through the mechanism isn't going to keep him alive. Toronto, Tokyo, they turn it around. They get the clockwork, and they keep Munkushi alive.
Well, they do force one move some of their players to
Dire's
come there, and they
middle
will.
tower isn't
Okay,
going to
once the
last
ward gets
long.
taken down, that actually makes it
Precious
actually
bump.
quite nice for one move. Yeah, one move they saw the clock was there. His smoke got broken, and the timber came over. I thought he was gonna get himself in front of the sharpshooter, but the mech on the SF was enough. With him having the Mask of Madness, the lifesteal after all of the burst damage from BetBoom supports was out. Really, they're not gonna have it to take him down.
Yeah, and Rolling Thunder and Krabs will be able to get himself up the cliff here with the shield craft. So Rolling Thunder coming through and save. Not going to be able to save himself. Might be able to save GPK as that canary in the coal mine, but yeah, GPK is going to go for the TP away. They do get the kill though. Really nice kill on to save, get some more gold for the side.
Someone better
So far,
help
so
Dire's
good
middle
for
tower.
one move. They're really having themselves a pretty nice game. The SF is farming. He's farming a little bit better than the sniper, and they've only lost one tower. Considering that all of their heroes are having an impact in the game, right? The Chain Protector is defending towers. The Timber Saw is getting some hate onto him. He's only died once. The SF is farming, and Pango and the Tiny, they are moving for kills. And Gilgir, he has gotten the Blink Dagger. It's not the fastest of Blink Dagger timings, but 17 minutes, not the worst thing. And now
Radiant's
we
top
have
tower
better
deserves
ways of
just as much
initiation,
help as
considering
bottom.
that the vision, at least on the bottom lane, is solid for one move. They are gonna have some info what's happening on the map, but really, it is BetBoom now that have to be on the back foot until they get a Blink Dagger of their own.
Yeah, he's going to still be about 500, 600 gold away from this one. Toronto, Tokyo gets taken down. All heroes grouping up for that kill, so yeah, until Nightfall can get that blinking, get that Doom initiation that you know he wants to
Radiant's
go
middle
for.
tower is under
I mean, it's not going to
attack.
be too far away. He's got himself a hand of mine. He's
Radiant
got the
have
devour 4
fortified their
pointers to that now
structures.
as well. But until that's up, BetBoom just not looking to over-engage. And
Radiant's middle
The
tower
mid lane
could
tower
use
is
some
big though,
help.
because one move they take it down, and then it's gonna be harder for BetBoom to
Radiant's
defend
middle
themselves
tower
with the
has
mid lane tower
fallen.
being dead. There's so many access points that one move can go for in catching BetBoom.
Were those
But look at
cracks in
BetBoom's
Dire's
vision.
top
They
tower?
put their vision in their big jungle just to know when they're being hunted, and then they're gonna be using GPK to push out the bottom lane to get themselves into a position where they cannot be caught, and then you go for a smoke. You don't care about vision, then you don't care about towers, because the enemies are going to be dealing with lanes, and you are going to be having openings, like them seeing Munkushi right now in GPK setting it up there for the clock.
Yeah, and you can see from the EGB also now as well. Munkushi's going to try and go for the TP. Not enough damage to the hookshot. Connects onto a creep, blocks the... He got blocked and couldn't get that hookshot off to stop the TP, but the odds coming up on the screen, EGB, they give it a little bit more favorable odds. It's still like 5 to 1 move, but better than the 60% also. This Pure can be chased down, but the Fusion Blade comes out, and even with the Chakram, the damage coming through here from the Timbersaw, they're going to get themselves on top of Pure. Pure will just go down eventually, but he will still go down nonetheless.
Yep, I don't think those odds are fair, to be honest. I think One Move actually have a really good shot right now. It's mostly because BetBoom have been looking so unstoppable, and One Move have not been looking the greatest. But for me, BetBoom in this game, you can see if they're not crushing the lanes, in the early mid game, their movements, they're just not as crisp. They're playing a little bit more conservative in this game. Not sure why, because they left the Timbersaw unattended on the bottom lane so long, and now it's One Move who are dictating the pace of this game. Doom also used the BKB there, so he's not gonna have it for a fight. So One Move.
Something tells me we haven't seen the last bottom tower is being
The
chipped
Doom is up,
away.
he's got that blink dagger, but like you said, every time there's a fight breaking out, it just seems like One Move at the minute. They are the ones doing
Dire's
the
bottom
engaging,
tower
they are
needs
the
some
ones
help.
initiating, so let's see how BetBoom turn that, if they can turn it around even, if they can get themselves back in as Vilgia. He's looking for a wraparound. Do they find out Save once again? Save in the trees, it is a little bit far forward. They might even just go for Doom. Nightfall, Spidey senses, they're tingling. He's in the trees, he's looking for that TP away. And so is Save. He's just going to be able to discourage. No, he's not. The Avatars comes in. They're going to be able to get the kill maybe up to Save. Trying to do what he can with the sharpshooter, just to try and break that distance from the Avalanche, but Save. Still 3 heroes here, still being chased down in the trees. He's buying space, buying time for the rest of his team. So it's not a complete waste, but he does eventually get taken down.
It took some time, but it's a kill nonetheless. And the top lane tier 1, it's not going to be defended. One thing the BetBoom have really been doing good in this game is how they've been pushing out the side lanes. But even with them doing a good job at that, Aincrad, even the illusion doesn't help.
Yeah, they've got the damage, they've got the Doom, they've got the kill onto the Pango mid. So a nice pickup for BetBoom, but it does cost him that tier 1 on top. Aincrad doesn't really want to be caught out there, and he can't get this tier 1 tower on the bottom lane as well. Afterlife TP's bottom, the Living Armor comes out, and Pure GPK
deserves
they're
just
going to
as much
smoke
help
up,
as
but they
bottom.
couldn't secure that tier 1 tower on the bottom lane.
It's all about snowballing on that one kill. When there's no Pango, the fight for One Move is very hard. And with Afterlife being on the bottom lane, even with the Aegis, BetBoom, they want to engage.
I like this as well. Nightfall, he's got that Centaur picked up out, so he does keep the Centaur stump now as well. They get themselves on top of Jonathan. The points come through. Even with the BKB, the Sonic into the point blank.
They can't kill him.
The Sonic Wave, it pushes him out of the cogs, it pushes him out of range. And look at be able to get 2. Did he turn it around? No, GPK. He does get that blink away, looking for the TP as well, but the Sonic Wave pushing him out of cogs. Munkushi, just, okay, thank you very much. I will clean up Toronto, Tokyo. I'll restore my health, and what are you going to do about it? You can't reach me after that.
He's very strong there. You know, you're gonna be needing the sniper for the constant output of damage, but even with him there, the sniper doesn't do that much damage into the BKB. Pretty much does no damage into the BKB until he gets a Crystallis, Silver Edge. He's not going for it. GPK has been caught.
Yeah, to get the dive out again, the Avatar comes through. GPK, the Roll of Thunder, Chakram damage comes out, he gets the blade. He's gone down with the Diffuser Blade, the Shield Crash comes out, and Aincrad, he's secured to kill into GPK.
Yep. And that's a really fast and nice move from One Move. You can see when the tower is dead in the mid lane, when they open up the map, Gilgir and Aincrad, they can make moves. These two dynamic duo One Move have been making everything happen. And Munkushi has gotten to a point with this SF where he's so strong, they get a tier 2 down. Last game, they didn't take a single tower down for 40 minutes. Now, they're the ones leading in terms of towers, and they've only lost 1 to BetBoom.
Yeah, and you can see it all Nightfall. Chakram comes through. He was trying to find some farm. He's got the TP, nothing to disrupt that. The Afterlife, no Yule Scepter, nothing like that to get the disruption onto the TP. So Nightfall at least gets himself away, but really questionable move there to dive into the creep wave. The Afterlife was farming.
Right now, it's very hard for BetBoom to utilize the strength of their sniper. He has a BKB, and he went for it because when you have a BKB, you don't have to mind your position all that much, but you're still up against the Aegis. So Munkushi's strong, and you need to find a way for Pure to be close to the fight, and for that, I think BetBoom, they're gonna be needing the fight around the mid lane. That is what you want to happen, right? Whereas one move, they wanted the side lanes to be their territory, because one by one, if they catch people with the tiny and just destroy them with the SF, it's gonna go their way.
Yeah, and you can see that even Gilga, there's going to be the smoke up coming through from one move. Gilga gets himself a double damage rune. He's going to be coming right back into this.
Yeah, they want an open area, like the bottom jungle. Insane is going to be their first casualty.
Yep, Sharpshooter, he tries to get away from the distance, but Phantom just walks himself up to the high ground. And Afterlife gets the kill. Hook shot away there from Toronto. Tokyo. So overall, not the worst loss there from BetBoom, but again, a really nice smoke move from one move, just to force everyone to the other side of the map. You know, take away this farm that Pure wants from his own jungle.
By the positioning of BetBoom, you could see that they didn't want to fight. They just wanted that smoke to be broken as fast as possible. They were aware something was happening. The Aegis was going to expire. They're going to go for a move. Just get the smoke broken as fast as possible so that we can continue farming. And that's those are kind of the points where you just give a support right away. Even though you know that the enemies are coming, even with great positioning in an open area, you're aware that you can easily get dismantled.
Yeah, and GPK having to hide himself in the tree line there to make sure he doesn't get caught out by the Pangolier. Pango going towards the... So it's going to be the Ags first and not a Basher coming out for the Pangolier. So it is going to be the Ag Scepter into the Shard for Aincrad.
It looks like he wants more damage, and it's understandable because SF, let's say SF gets doomed. He needs to run away, hasn't popped the BKB. You need someone that is going to be dishing out the damage. The Timber can do it, but... you know, battery assault, stuff like that. If he's not mobile in a fight, it can be a problem. But I really like the itemization from Minecraft. He is going for he has the Lincoln Sphere, so during the Rolling Thunder, he is pretty much untouchable. You can delay it a little bit, hook shot, Sonic Wave, but you can't really turn on him. Yeah. And that is a really big thing for one move. So they're itemizing well, they're playing well, they're moving nicely, and they're not taking risky moves. Not taking risky moves can be problematic, because later on down the line you still have a hook shot and you have a sniper. SF, you know, he can deal with the sniper late game, but if the sniper has a good position, it's a problem. And now it's nighttime, so it's going to be easier for the sniper to position himself correctly because you have that night vision.
Yeah, and you can see the Afterlife. He's going to be on the steps forward of the D-Ward here, Toronto, Tokyo.
Not much good's happening to Radiant's bottom tower.
Because that D-Ward was happening. He just steps himself back. We've got the Doom as well, going towards the Octarine. So he's already got himself the Aether Lens, so he gets that increased cast range, but when he does get that Octarine Core up, you know, reduced time on the Doom anyway, and then the reduction at level 20, that minus 35 second Doom cooldown, that's going to be a really nice spike for Nightfall if he can
Dyer's
get to it.
courier has been killed.
Considering the
That's
fighting at all, not fast or whatever,
Radiant's bottom tower
they're
is
gonna
under
need the
attack.
change of pace for that item to really come into play. For that, this mid lane tower needs to fall. You can see that BetBoom are always around that mid lane trying to make a fight happen there, but one move just are not allowing it. Right? They know this game is gonna be in their favor until they lose a fight around the mid lane and lose the mid lane tower, and they TP to the top lane. That's not a place that you want to be at. You immediately smoke out from there, but it's they're searching for GPK. They're hoping that he stayed there. Unfortunately for them, he's already out.
Yeah, GPK, he's playing it, I mean, he's died once, he's only got a kill and 2 assists, but he's playing it incredibly safe. He knows that he doesn't want to be picked off. If a team fight does break out, you know, he wants to be able to respond to
Dyer's
that.
middle
He
tower
doesn't want to be
going to last
cause
long.
a team fight by the fact that he does go down first. And the Living Armor comes out into the mid lane. They're not going to hang around here, BetBoom, to try and take this one down. So one move, they're going to go for a real, even without the smoke. Okay, the ward, it spots him out, the bushwhack comes through. Onto the tree, and the hookshot in now as well. They're going to try and engage in long range. You look at, they're going to be able to do damage. Look at it. Yogi, he's taking so much damage here now. He's just a right-click beast at the minute.
Oh man, 2 supports just dead there. They don't have the 4 staffs just yet. just not a lot of kills happening around the map. And once they take everything are one move course. But this SF is a beast. He has a Daedalus. If he gets on top of anybody, he kills them in mere seconds, right? Any hero on BetBoom just dies. You don't have extra armor on any one of your heroes. Queen of Pain is going for an AC. We'll have it, but even that is not gonna help all that much, especially not to his teammates. To him it will, but to his teammates, they're still gonna get ripped apart.
Yeah, I'm a
help
Doom
Dire's
maybe
middle
cursing
tower.
that he didn't keep the ice armor going through, but he's gonna have, what's his career? It's in the, okay, so it's in
Dire's middle tower
the side
isn't
shop.
going
It's
to
just
last
waiting for him to
long.
get the gold. Only about 40-30 gold away, so this creep camp should be enough to get that Octarine out. And the Doom is available, so that might be another go. You know, the BKB is there as well for the Doom. How is Sniper looking on his? He's already got his, it's a fresh one as well. GPK on his BKB, he's got his, that's down to 8 seconds, so this could be a really perfect time for one move if they take this fight before they can get the Octarine. No, it's up for the Doom. Really good fun. Hookshot, it comes through now as well. They get the lockdown. Phantom, he's going to be the one throwing lockdown in the corner in the 4th stack, but the lockdown could get rooted up backlines. Nightfall, he's trying to get himself in. He's getting the Doom up now as well. Onto the Shadow Queen. And Shadow Queen, yeah. So the kill comes out. Nightfall claims it off, and Pure takes down Pantomim. This is not what one move wanted from that smoke.
Remember, not a concentrated fight, a chaotic fight that you can start with the Avatos combo and the SF just blows someone up.
Dire's bottom tower
Then
needs
get
some
that.
help.
I don't know, maybe the SF should get a blink. You know, maybe go for the arcane blink even on the SF so that you have that big team fight initiation. Because
Dire's bottom tower
it's
is
easy
being
for
chipped
BetBoom to
away.
read you. If they are playing around the mid lane, if they have vision around there, it's a problem. Though, still, one move. They didn't lose the fight. They lost the fight, but they didn't lose it heavily enough for BetBoom to take the Aegis. So if one move can delay enough for the SF to come back, one move might be able to get themselves an Aegis.
Well, the chase is on to Nightfall here. 5-0-1-4. Does he want to look up the whole jump coming through? It connects onto the Tiny. He wanted Afterlife, but they'll settle for the Tiny. One more rifle comes through, and Toronto Tokyo is the one to claim that kill. You see even Pure from the low ground with the Arcane. He always got the Shadow Blade there as well. He wants to go in towards that Silver Edge. A really nice pickoff up against the Tiny.
Also very smart TP from the Doom. He has the Octarine, so his cooldown on the TP is 30 seconds, right? So he just TPs towards the bottom lane and he pushes that one out. That's something that one move are gonna have to be dealing with. You have the living armor, but there you're asking yourself, am I healing the mid lane tower? Am I defending the bottom one? And you know that you're gonna be losing a lot of farm and maybe even the tower if you don't react to it. So BetBoom, they're putting themselves in a position where they're gonna be fine either way. You know, even if you lose the Roche, you're taking towers, you're pushing in the waves, you're gonna be able to delay the first 2-3 minutes of the Aegis just with the lanes being pushed out.
Dire's
Because top
bottom
lane is just
tower is
way
under
easy
attack.
to do it to. And okay, now they see Tiny on the bottom lane get smoke time. Very nice 1-2 move from BetBoom, and now they're gonna be able to get on top of one move or at least secure themselves the top area.
Yeah, if they can rotate around, which they are doing, and they get a good couple of kills off here, if they take down Aincrad and like Pantomim, that could potentially open up the Roche bit. Roche is back up. That's going to be the second one as well. In fact, they might find Monguchi. We have the dive on board. It does come through the Soundstar Storm into the Doom. They pull out the Shadow Queen. GPK is going to be here now as well. Blown up Sharpshooter. One damage on the back lines. They've got Pantomim trapped here. So it's not going to be possible. But it doesn't matter. Pure. He takes down Pantomim again. Another chase after Afterlife. Afterlife. He's going to be slowed down. The headshot coming through as well. He needs to pop the Greaves as well as that Hood to get himself away from the damage. But again, no buyback on the train. No buyback on the Shadow Queen. They could just move themselves into the Roach pit.
Dire's middle tower is
That's
under
easy
attack.
to do so right now. They don't even go for the mid lane tower. They're just going straight into Roach, hoping that the SF doesn't have a buyback, and their hopes are gonna be true. They know without the rolling thunder, there's nothing stopping them from getting that one. The sniper DD in that fight, the damage output was insane. Even though he didn't really get a chance to kill everyone, you know, because his damage output wasn't that great. At least it made sure that one move they cannot re-engage. They knew what they were up against and how much he's gonna be hurting them if they come in.
Yeah, now he has that Aegis, he has the shot there as well, going towards the Hurricane Pike, but he's got the Silver. Oh, they might be able to find a Tiny again. A Tiny, he was getting brave with that D-Ward, but just chose to back himself away, which, good choice. Yeah, I recommend that. So he gets the TP towards the top lane, Nightfall. He's already TPing out of the lane though, so they're not going to be able to get the catch onto Nightfall, catch him out of position.
So there was Toronto Tokyo now buys a gem. They got the enemy gem there for a second, but it got taken back. I don't know if you saw before, not the previous fight, but the one before that, there was a gem in the roach pit for the entirety of it that one move put in, and they couldn't get to it. And only when the fighting ended did they pick it back up. But yeah, BetBoom in the last like 10 minutes, they have been the ones controlling the map. They have understood where they need to fight, and they are saying, we are not fighting on the side lanes. We're not. Now they can, because now they have the strength on the sniper to even do that.
Dyer's
but they always wanted to get Pure involved.
Dyer's
With
bottom
having the
tower
potential of
has
that
shattered
constant
to little
output
pieces.
of damage is just way too tough for one move to really initiate because you're losing heroes. But now things changes with the supports having 4 staffs. This is what one move we're lacking, and this is what allows them to go for longer fights, because you're not gonna die after just first initiation, hopefully.
Well, we'll keep our fingers
Dyer's bottom
crossed for them
tower is
there.
being
And
chipped away.
Toronto Tokyo, he was so close to throwing out the hook shot onto Aincrad in the mid lane, but Aincrad will be able to
Dyer's
get himself
bottom
away
tower
using that
needs some
blink
help.
just to move himself out. How is he looking in terms of items here? He did get the scepter as well as the shard. So it looks like he actually wants to go. He's
Dyer's
looking
middle
as well.
tower
We
is
know
under
that's up, but he wants to go
attack.
back to
Dyer's
the
middle
bastion.
tower has fallen.
Azure is a great item against the Queen of Pain in particular. You know, Sniper, when he has a BKB, you're more relying on the
Someone
lucky
better help
shot, but
Dyer's
during
middle
his
tower.
during his BKB
Radiant's
doesn't
top
do much.
tower is
But
under
if you
attack.
bash the Queen of Pain, you might be able to take your life. She pops the
Dyer's
BKB,
bottom
she
tower
gets
is
bashed,
being
and the
chipped
SF just
away.
does enough damage to finish her off. That is something that you should be looking out for. SF, he doesn't get the blink, but he gets the Hurricane. I kind of like that. Having the ability, the
Looks like
mobility
Dyer
as
fortified
well
their
to
structures.
get into the fight and dish out
Radiant's
the
top
damage is something that he
tower
was
has
lacking
looked
in most
better.
of these fights. That's why one move could never make an initiation if it was in a 5 versus 5 scenario,
Radiant's top
because the
tower
SF
deserves
doesn't have the
just as
ability
much
to
help
get
as
close.
bottom.
Look at this as well. It's going to be mass DPs into the mid lane. BetBoom has been bouncing between these 2 towers in the bottom lane and in the mid lane. The living armor, just keeping them healed up. But do they want to... They're just going to bounce back towards the bottom tower, it looks like. Living armor, again, keeping these towers full health. But with these mass
Dyer's bottom
DPs, the
tower
smoke
needs
coming
some
out
help.
from one move. Nightfall, he's a decent distance away. Is this the refresher? It's the full refresher. It's the full refresher mode.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
You can say, so it looks like BetBoom, do they want to back themselves up? Or are they going to re-engage?
They can re-engage in a couple of seconds once the Rolling Thunder is out.
Yeah, there it is. Aincrad, he sticks around to farm up this ancient camp. Do they have the vision?
Everyone on their own vision. They don't wanna go on the opponents. Both of these, the Dire side, we're gonna fight around our ward. The Raiden has the same idea, but around the mid lane, BetBoom are gonna be happier because that's where they have the night vision from the sniper, and they have the rocket flare that is gonna give
Dyer's
them the
middle
edge.
tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
and it's not going to be too long before save is back up. And they could, again, with this refresher now, that would be the reveal on the refresher. Look for the double doom. He did go for the mana burn creep as well. So not in the laning stage, but eventually he does pick it up on the doom.
Interesting. Really. 20 plus 2 times the target's intelligence. You're not playing against int heroes, I guess. Mana burn is nice. Oh, okay. But can he? No, he shouldn't be able to break the Lincolns with one. It's or should he? He should be
Radiant's
able to,
courier
right?
has been killed.
If you don't know, I definitely don't know.
It is the Lincoln's breaker. There's no other
Yeah.
reason he would. Yeah, I was just remembering the, the neutral items breaking the Lincolns and everyone just crying of it. Yeah, but the Doom can. The Doom with stolen spells definitely can.
Dyer's middle tower isn't going to
We'll
last
see if
long.
he's going to be able to do it here now as well. Pantomime, there's going to be a really nice spot. The hookshot in misses
someone
again.
bleed out?
Splits the wickets between the 2 heroes.
Radiant's top tower.
Backlines is going to dive in now as well. Doom comes out onto Acolyte for the overgrowth. But they're not going to be able to capitalize on
He
this.
expires.
He's going to be do the refresh, not going to be used just yet. And they get the kill on the GPK, so they can carry on going if they want to here. Look at the chase down. Tokyo trying to drop the cogs, but they're going to be able to get themselves on top of Nightfall. He pops that BKB. He's looking to get himself away from this. Just going to go for the TP before that BKB wears off. No bashes. No kill.
Aincrad didn't have the swashbuckle for another second. Nightfall knew about that one. BetBoom getting ahead of themselves. When you have the Aegis on a sniper, he needs to start attacking before the fight even starts. But they went aggressively. They missed some of their spells, and suddenly the The Rolling Thunder just destroyed them, connecting onto 3 heroes who were right next to each other, and you just die. With the Queen of Pain, you got all of these defensive items, and she got smacked down easily. Never moved an inch after the BKB was done. One move again in the driver's seat. It's gonna be some time before BetBoom are up and running, and that should allow you to take down at least 1 tier 2.
Yeah, the tier 2 tower mid is
middle
gonna
tower
fall here, and Munkushi cleaning that one up with the rest of his team, but Munkushi putting out those right clicks, and again, GPK no way back into this game for the next 20 seconds, so one move taking complete advantage of having this hero deficit on the side of BetBoom, and BetBoom, they just play away. They just look for the final draw. Look at these next couple of items. Nightfall again farming up. He's going to be going towards the Ian disc here on Doom.
Okay. Maybe he's thinking, I need to get in and I don't need to start the fight, right? But I need to be someone that the fight can be started on and I still get my spells out. That could be the approach. Okay, with him switching up to an Aghanim Scepter, it's pretty much certain that that's not what he wants to do. BetBoom still want to utilize their vision, but daytime is coming, and that's the time where one move can be aggressive. No more nighttime vision from the sniper, but it's still nighttime for another 20 seconds, so we need to be careful.
Yeah, Nightfall, he tried to get himself in there and immediately gets hexed off by the Timbersaw, so he can't carry on going, he can't engage, can't get any dooms off, and all of a sudden BetBoom just needs to back themselves up, right, just because Nightfall got shut down after that blink.
I'm looking at one move items. The big one, Timbersaw has a hex. That is the huge one for me. The other ones, well, they're just going mass Lincolns right now. So even if you have something to break the Lincolns with the Doom, they're gonna have something against it. That's why Nightfall is putting so much emphasis on the Aghanim Scepter, because he can see in the late game the Doom being used is becoming a problem, because one move they're getting towards those luxury items.
We get the dive in though. This is gonna be the tiny Page with his life.
That is just no hesitation from BetBoom.
Yeah.
You know, in the mid, if we see someone, we're jumping them. In the mid lane, he's gonna be alone, and like they say him go 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 go, or maybe they don't even say anything, but they just jump at that guy because they understand he has to die immediately.
Yeah, but while this is happening, I mean, Roche, the big man, is only going to be... It's a minute and a half respawn on that. Timbersaw is trying to keep the pressure onto the bottom lane here with the creep wave.
Top tower is under
It's a
attack.
double catapult wave as well. So it's going to be out of the range of the tier 3 tower, so the catapults, this next wave should catch up. Fortification even being used onto this creep wave, as well as the top tier 2. So really nice timing on both of those sides, which means this lane, the double catapults should push it into the tier 3 here. Did he get the dive though? Didn't he get killed to Toronto Tokyo? A lot of damage. The creep's even doing the job in Ankrat. He gets it with a swashbuckle.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ankrat is destroying this game. He's level 25, minus 20 seconds on the Rolling Thunder. He's just always gonna have it now. That's why he just, without hesitation, goes for it. Just want to do it. And I mean, it's 5k gold lead for BetBoom, but it feels like one move are again in control. If Ankrat is free to go around the fight, and considering he has the Lincolns, he should be able to. BetBoom, they have to run during this Rolling Thunder. On the other hand, though, if the Pango does get doomed, the fight is just straight up over.
Yeah, and we'll see. I mean, there's going to be smoke out from one move, so they're coming from the radiant side of the map to try and get aggressive. Do they have any vision? They don't. So Munkushi, yeah, like you say, with the haste, he's got that Daedalus. He's going towards the Lincolns of his own. He only needs about 100 gold for the recipe, but they want to make the move. They want to, you know, cut out and stab back in here onto. But Clint Easy, yeah, sure. He's just gonna be dropping himself down here with the concussive grenade. The right is coming through. Ankrat's gonna be doing inside that Rolling Thunder. He's gonna step away from as well. He's gonna refresh. Nightfall jumps himself in onto Afterlife now, and the damage dealer is gonna be locked down. He's gonna be shut off. The sharpshooter comes through to take down the Timbersaw. And the Roche is back up. It's 2 heroes dead, 3 heroes gone down. One with using the buyback already. Munkushi just has to TP himself away. This will open up the pit for BetBoom.
This just now shows the weaknesses of the one move lineup. When the Pango is doomed, even during the Rolling Thunder, they cannot fight. Like, it's impossible. It was 5 heroes surrounding here in the river, and he was all alone. You can't do anything because your Pango is useless, right? Because he cannot make the plays. We're in so much trouble. And now the Aegis will go the way of BetBoom. And guess what? I mean, they're gonna have a double Doom in no time.
Yeah,
I guess Radiant fortified their
bottom lane,
structures.
though, there's a lot of damage coming through from Ironclad on Nightfall. Yeah, really have enough to take him down. Ironclad would have
Someone
looked
better
like a
help
wonderful
Dire's
way,
middle tower.
but Save rotates in. He has to be careful of the bushwhack. Assassinate now as well onto Ironclad. He gets the blink away into the trees.
You know,
We're not going to scout out the bushwhack, though. It doesn't
Middle tower is
land. They have the
under
vision, though. Nothing to disrupt the TP.
that bushwhack lands and he's just dead.
Yeah.
He does have. I actually didn't have the money for buyback,
Someone
but you know,
better help Dire's middle tower.
one bounty rune maybe would have given him enough gold, but man, it was there playing with his life. You can see just how much he can do if he's rolling around. One move, they want to be fast right now.
Yeah, Nightfall, though, he already has that resource, so he's not going to be out. Did he have the control to take down? No, the Sonic Wave comes through. He has that refresher on the attack. He's going to kill onto Nightfall. Nightfall goes down. GPK, he takes down Gilga. Again, Rolling Thunder coming through. GPK, he turns. There's going to be the save coming through from the Stormcrafter.
Pure is coming again.
Did he have enough damage to take down after that Timber Saw? Toronto, Tokyo, he's getting low, but he's not going to be killed off and saved. He already used that sharpshooter, so not going to be able to get it off onto the Timber Saw.
Dire's
Pure,
middle
as soon as he
tower
saw
isn't
that
going to
there
last
might be
long.
something happening in the mid lane, he started running from the bottom lane. It took him some time, but he got there in time. One move, they might have decided to chase even further there
Dire's
if he
middle
wasn't
tower
cutting off
just
the
went
SF and the Timber Saw, and they just can't go through and all the Aegis.
Yeah, and who took... yes, no, sorry, it was the Refresher Shard onto the Queen of Pain. Looks like he already used that in that last fight.
That was just beautiful usage of the Stormcrafter from GPK. You need to use it at a perfect time to dodge the Rolling Thunder. So you use the Satanic, he starts attacking Ironclad. Rolling Thunder coming over him, uses the Stormcrafter. That's like, what, 0.4 seconds? That you're up? No, 0.75. Okay, it's not that low. But 0.75, you're up in the air, and then he just continues attacking, getting his HP up. So very nicely done. Also, one big thing right now, Revenant's Brooch. The amount of damage that this Queen of Pain with her right click will be doing. I think he just wants to jump a support and kill him. Let's say there's a hook shot on a support. He forces himself out, and that's where the Queen of Pain jumps in. Ghost Scepters, not gonna help. You don't have them, but even if you buy them, they're not gonna help. You're just gonna rip you apart with the Revenant's Brooch, and I think that's the idea. Make sure that one support cannot escape, come back into the fight, and do more damage or create more problems for the team.
Yeah, again, the advantage is coming through from the Witchblade, as well as the extra... Is it attack speed? It's a little bit more attack speed as well that offers a bit more... Queen Pain's going to be hacked. Coming through. There is going to be a as well. They take down Toronto Tokyo. GPK, he's going to fall. He gets saved. One move. They look up for this. That's a really nice fight. Two heroes with no buyback. What can they do off the momentum from this?
Oh, this is so big, and it's also a minute and a half before the Aegis expires. So one move, they now push Pure back into the base. They might even be able to take down a lane of Rax, or at least a tier 3. But the main thing is that this Aegis that BetBoom have gotten, it doesn't give them anything. Both teams just have such a great chance to win this game. And one move, they managed to make this happen during the night on Pure. Now he understands, man, I have to be with my team all the time. And he was found.
Nightfall tries to get himself in, but he was still by the Basher. There's going to be the Doom here onto the Timber Saw. As it looks like GPK, he wants to get back in now as well. The Aegis has been popped before he gets reclaimed. He might be able to get the kill onto the train. The train looking for the TP away, and Ironclad, he's going to be able to get himself out. No, yeah, both heroes. Get out of the lookout.
Oh man, was that close with the hook shot. That could have been a kill. Look at the wards coming in from one move. And BetBoom, they lost their gem just earlier. And these wards are not going to be taken down. One move is going to have all the info where BetBoom want to go. But one thing I have to point out, the ninja gear on Nightfall, that is going to be a powerful one move. If you don't find the Doom, you're going to be in so much trouble.
He blinks, but he doesn't blink in the right direction, and Gilga will be away. So Doom looking for that quick pick. Isn't able to get on top of the Tiny, and potentially not the target he wanted to use that Doom on anyway.
You're okay with using it on him because it has a lower cooldown. Tiny's gonna be dead for a long time. He's level 20, so you're okay using it because every time that one move are missing a hero, or in this situation would be 2 heroes off the map, you can go wherever you want, and then it's gonna be easier for Pure to get himself into these fights. What one move are doing is that they're using the mobility of the Pango to push out the lanes, and that's why they're getting better engagements.
Yeah, look at this as well. Pantomime just drops those quick wards behind him as well. Prime Tinker Spot's coming out, and Pantomime just finding that vision. It means that if there is the scurry coming out from Save through these trees to try and hide out into the sides, you know, try and set up for a bushwhack. 3 heroes waiting for this. They're waiting for anybody to come up and aggress onto this tier 2 tower in the bottom lane.
Okay, Nightfall did get the A on this, 'cause he understands the dangers of a toss-back hex, and he wants to be a frontliner. So he's going back to the plan where, guys, we need a frontliner. We need someone that is not gonna die to the enemy initiation, and it's gonna be the Doom. So he gets tossed in, he uses the A on disc, and then the double Doom comes out while he's in the middle of the fight. That is a big one, and it can be something that allows BetBoom to win these fights a little bit easier.
Yeah, and you can see that he's waiting on that as well. Like you say, he's not putting it together just yet. He's holding back. He's waiting in case that toss comes in. You know, he doesn't want to be using it just in the middle of the fight all willy-nilly. Like, he wants to use it in that specific situation that it's going to be the most effective. But,
so SF is level 25 as well, so his damage output is insane as well. You know, Sniper, he has the 100 the tank range, but if they get on top of him, it's not like that's going to be changing anything. Whereas this SF talent, it can make his damage output insanely strong.
over the dive, they're going to be able to find out the tree, and the reveal's going to be there. It is only the position 5, but everything counts here coming into 3 minutes. Doesn't have it.
Do it with flair.
It's a dieback. He doesn't have a buyback for another minute, and that's pretty much where he'll be dead. And immediately it allows BetBoom to go for these aggressive plays. Nice moving from Gilgir. It's very good that he has 3 mobile items, because mobility is what matters for one move here. If you can go in, get out, and just not die at the start of the fight when you get initiated on, you are in a good position to win the fight.
Yeah, he might not be so lucky here. Gilgir, the Bushwhack comes out, so he's going to get himself away from the Bushwhack, but Nightfall to be with BKB. The damage is having enough to take the tiny damage. Also the high ground, but the SF, Nightfall, he wants to be diving in. Has to use that refresh. He has now got that second doom if he wants to get it out. SF at least has the buyback. Pain going to be hexed. Double chakra coming through. Taking really much damage here on the screen of Pain. Gets the run away though. Forces out the buyback, and this is going to be enough for BetBoom. Aincraft, you don't want to overcommit. The roller does come out from him as well. Doesn't have that rolling thunder for the next 6 seconds, but he might be able to get a kill off the Nightfall, but the headset shot damage coming through. He's going to be doomed. They're going to be able to go into the Pangolier. Pangolier caught out Bushwhack. Lincoln Sphere not going to be able to keep him alive, and he gets the kill, and he might be able to force out well, BetBoom. They're looking low, so they've already got that buyback coming through from the SF there. They don't want to overcommit and trying to force out the buyback from the Pangolier, so they're going to be happy with this and just back themselves away.
Those Lincoln Spheres have been the saving grace for the side of one move, but now Doom can get the Aghanim Scepter if he wants it. Also, Doom applies Break. SF, that's a problem for him, and the presence of the Dark Lord. Pango, as well, your Lucky Shot is not going to be coming out when you're doomed, and also Timbersaw. So this Break is going to be a big deal. In one move, they can't let the Roche go. Still going forward.
Going to be able to get the couple thing now as well. Hex comes out, trying to get damage, but for also Tokyo to get the kill onto Nightfall. Nightfall trying to go down. He didn't really have anything left to do. Oh, cool, but Taker is caught in a little gap. This might keep GPK. Do they have enough to keep him locked down? They do. Overgrowth there onto GPK. So they get 2 calls. Hey, it is, yeah, he's dead for 120 seconds. Toronto Tokyo trying to get himself away there as well, but Afterlife has the damage with the Chakrams, gets the kills, and it's only going to be the Sniper as well as the Hoodwink left up. Is this going to be enough to... Pure, you cannot be out of your base. You cannot be caught out here, mate. As Afterlife, he wants to dive in. The break does come through from that Silver Edge. And now Pure, does he have the damage to take down? No, do they have the save? Yeah, he's not going to be able to get up just yet. He might be able to keep him. He's got the Satanic. He's still got that BKB, though. The Force Staff comes out. He wants to get on top of Gilgir. And now he goes with the BKB. Aincrad has to get himself away with that Rolling Thunder.
Roche up in 8 with 1 move. Got it. No, they're going for clear. They want him dead.
Yeah, he's already used that BKB. He's already used the Satanic. The Force Staff has to be used to get him back to safety for Pure. Right clicks out now.
It's like a truck.
Yeah, look at the damage he's putting out. Over, what's that, 300, nearly 400 damage coming out from the right click on the Sniper before reduction. And he has the attack speed as well because he has the Melania as well as the Swift Blink.
She's up. You are playing against the block, so it's dangerous, but they know that the Queen of Pain is not going to be there.
Still no one to the Doom. He wasn't able to get the Doom off onto Anchor. And Anchor's going to be coming right back in. Rolling Thunder. They've got themselves on the side of the Limicate. Trying to keep him alive. The Hog's gone out though. The Recruiter Souls, it's going to be Pure. He's dead. He has that buyback. But this might be the space and time that One Move need to get themselves into the pit.
Bottom lane in trouble, like a gazillion range creeps. Of course, Nightfall will deal with those, but that means Roche is gone. Fourth Roche in favor of One Move, even with a 10k gold deficit. They're the ones that are controlling this game. You need to do on the Pango. I moved so much in this game, in the entirety of the game, and now in the late game, he's crushing it.
And Aghanim's blessing for the tree, and does he want to keep it himself or does he hand it over here? It looks like creating space in his inventory, so he's going to be the one to claim that. Gives up his boots for now, but he does have the shard as well as the scepter here on the SF.
So he got the scepter. Like, was there a better one to give it to? I haven't seen. Yeah, Tiny, not really. Timbersaw has it. The Pango has it, and yeah, the Treant one is actually pretty good. But yeah, you probably feel like you want Munkushi as strong as possible. Though the Eyes of the Forest, I actually would have liked those, because One Move they've shown, if they get the right jump, the fight is just theirs. Especially with this toss into a Hex combo. And because of that combo, BetBoom, they don't want to buy back on the sniper. They might just let this lane of Rax go, because you don't want to get into an engagement.
No, and you can see the Anchor as well. He's diving into this part of the map. He's just showing how shield crafted and swashbuckles. Like the north, they're trying to find anyone he can. So they do claim Arax here on the side of One Move. Sniper will be up in 9 seconds. And what can BetBoom do from this? Do they just have to defend the base and look to see if One Move stand, get out of position, find the pickups that way, or do they want to get aggressive with Nightfall and just refresher when it's back up in 59 seconds?
Or you don't get aggressive now, because okay, nighttime is gonna come, then maybe you can, but overall, yeah, they're going in. I would wait for those 10 seconds. Just wait for 10 seconds, because you will need that extra night vision. They got scanned out. The One Move knows this is dangerous for BetBoom. They could lose the game right here.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive wraparound though, so maybe One Move.
Pure is alone.
In the length of this Pure. He's in the silver. They've got the reveal. Do they have the lockdown on him now as well? There's going to be the Rolling Thunder. He needs to run his little legs away from this one. He's able to win. Where's the rest of his team though? Oh, okay, it's going to be close. It's that
waiting.
Does he get it? No, the overgrowth comes out. Got these flirts going. Do we be able to get the hook shot coming through onto Afterlife? Do they have the control? Do we have it? The toss comes back. The sharpshooter's going to connect. But Afterlife, he's away. And that sharpshooter is going to wear off, and they know that One Move, they know that BetBoom, they have to TP on back to defend the base. So they're just going to be stepping up. They're looking for another tier 3. They're looking for another set of racks here on the side of One Move.
Middle tower is under
Blink on the SF. If you get someone on the toss back, SF can blink behind them, use that ulti with Arcane Blink, and it's just going to be a disaster for BetBoom. So One Move now, they have so many ways to play this out. If they can get the Hex onto someone from Afterlife and BetBoom start defending that one, it's gonna be so tough to fight at this moment, especially because you're up against the Aegis.
Yeah, Anchor coming in with a roll-up. It looks like DPK having to use the Stormcraft there as well to get himself hooked in the air. The rocket blows continue to come through. He did have the damage to take Munkushi down twice, so Sharpshooter, it's still, the break is going to be there, but that age is up for the next 2 minutes.
29 to 28 this game. When we went into it, we thought One Move, they don't have a chance. BetBoom is just such a better team, but One Move on the back of Gilgir and his rotations in the early mid-game, and Einkrad, I mean, this guy has been a god of this game. Damage-wise, control-wise, movement-wise, he did everything. They are able to control this one, and they don't take the second lane of Rax, but still, they're the ones dictating the tempo of the game. Still, good things for BetBoom. They have an Aeon Disc on the Doom. They have an Aeon Disc on the Clockwork. So now they have 2 heroes that you're okay to get initiated on and for the fight to start off that way. But they're always missing the damage on the side of BetBoom to kill people fast. That's why, if you click on Pure, you're gonna be seeing that he wants a Radiant and he has 10k gold. So you just might buy it already.
You can see that his career, it's going towards the side. As soon as they see these heroes from the side of One Move, oh! I think if he wants to save GPK, he's going to be stood up again. He has that blink. He's going to pop the BKB, get that blink off the Courier though from Pure. Toronto Tokyo, he's going to be caught out. Did he have the damage? The right down. He's alive for a little bit longer. Full staff comes out. Mumkushi though still gets that cleanup. And Pure, he's not micro in this Courier, so he's not going to be getting the Rapier out just yet.
He needed to wait for that hit from the SF to connect and then go for the 4 staff because he got himself away and the hit was flying in. Aeon disc stops and then he dies. One move. They're really looking stronger right now. Did he buy the Rapier? Not just yet. His career is hiding. I think the idea is he wants the buyback and the Rapier, and he doesn't have it just yet. He's missing 200 gold. Oh, actually he has it now. He has it now.
We'll see if he moves it in, but he's going to be so careful now that the timing is down. That one move, the hero's moving back up to this. You can even see it Afterlife. He was just moving himself and getting the vision off, checking if there were any couriers around. He might have just forgot about this courier.
Nah, man, no one forgets about their courier. Like, look at how beautiful and cute it is, so it's not gonna be happening. I think, okay, now the Hoodwink is sending in her courier. She wants an Aghanim. I haven't seen a decoy for a very long time, pretty much ever since it was changed to the
has looked better.
to the Aghanim sector one. So
yeah.
I'm very surprised he's going for that one, but I guess you don't have anything else to go for. BetBoom, they have to find ways to get good vision of the enemies, and the decoy is actually a really good way to do so.
Nightfall, he's using the ninja gear. He's smoked up Afterlife with the double chakram though. Pushing onto these peeps. It looks like they want to go for a wrap. Maybe just guides the Pure Courier around to the side chop here. Yeah, they're looking for the D-wards. You can see the save. He's playing this so safely. He's trying to limit him back now as well. Pure though, he's right-clicking onto the creeps. He needs to get himself back. If he gets tossed back, if he gets caught out, I don't really think it matters what he has in his inventory. He's just going to go down.
There is a refresher on the Treant as well. I think that is a very big deal for sure, because double overgrowth is a problem. When you look at BetBoom, you might have to use the double BKB from the Doom, and the sniper, he has to use the BKB and the Satanic. It's a problem. And one of those he's gonna use before the first one comes out, and that is a really big problem. But BetBoom, they're still gonna come out. Their scan doesn't connect.
Did he get the lockdown? Did he get the down? He's going to be taking so many right from Georgia. Backlines that dude comes out. He gets the lockdown to Mumkushi. Shoots it out of the push back. It actually doesn't connect. The damage coming out onto Tiny. He might have still got down GDK because he's already used his BKB. So the damage coming through. And this is Nightfall. He's trying to do his best with this Doom, but they get the kill onto the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is dead. No buyback, doesn't have the gold. And now, well, they get the buyback coming through from SF, but everybody, they have to get themselves away.
There it is now. We can see what the Doom does. The second one was Kiwi. He still has a BKB, so one will have to be careful. But GPK, no buyback. He doesn't have the gold.
No, he's about 500 gold away. Nightfall, though, he wants to be diving in. Hook shot now as well onto the Pangler. The Doom, the right-click damage coming through from Pure. He has that Rapier. He's going to be able to clean up onto Afterlife. Afterlife, he does have the buyback again. If he needs to get in for the target, it's going to be Mumkushi. Mumkushi, and you can see the Mumkushi. He's not taking any risk. Pantomime, he gets caught with the right-click again. Because it's made with the Hurricane Pike, does he actually get the damage onto Mumkushi? Can he force out this dieback here onto the SF?
He hurts. He really hurts.
Yeah, but there's going to be a tough skill. This is not where you want to be as a sniper. How can he get himself away from this one? He just has to waddle himself out. The damage still coming through, but the Glimmer Cape is going to keep him alive. Do they have the damage to take him down? This is going to be the Rapier on the deck. Full stuff, it's not going to be enough to keep him alive. This is going to be the Rapier. It goes to Mumkushi. Buyback comes through from the sniper. He doesn't have a backup Rapier now, and everybody buying back into this if they can, if it's available. This game, it's looking like it's going to end in the next couple of minutes here, and one move. They are in the driver's seat. Shadow Fiend with the Rapier, the damage coming out. What can BetBoom do against this? They need a second Rapier. They need to get themselves back in, and Sniper's got it queued up, but he's not going to be able to get himself close to that side chop to get it.
It's still anybody's game, because SF used his buyback in the last fight. If he dies, it's probably done so for one move. We know how much the Pango can do, but the SF is no pushover either, man. Pango did 10,000 damage in that fight. Pure did 11,000. And again, they're trying to kill Pure. He dies here. The game is just over, and we're going into game 3.
Yeah, and they've got a Hex on him now as well. He doesn't have that BKB. Toronto Tokyo, excuse me, he's going to be the one that hits up Pure. He's the one running away, and Toronto Tokyo actually uses the defense hooked up. Right, he's coming through. Sniper, what can he do? Can he get the kill on the SF? And again, he is the one with the rapier. They want to try and go to Aincrad now as well. Afterlife, then chain away.
Dire have fortified their structures.
Gilga, he wants to get right back into this. He uses the recent trouble of the
middle
creep.
barracks are under
That was
attack.
close. Right in front of the entire BetBoom lineup.
Also, tier 5 items are, some of them are there for one move. They have the Arcanist's armor and the Ex Machina. The Timber Saw is the one that has the Ex Machina, and that's a double Hex, that's a double Lincolns. Double Guardian Greaves doesn't really do anything, but at least you can perch something off. Aincrad?
Dive comes in. Aincrad, is he a little too far out of position, even with the roller? Hookshot comes through. He's trying to get himself away. The roller that carries on, so he's going to be able to get himself out of danger. But question, if he wasn't able to there, that's a big advantage to start a BetBoom, especially seeing Nightfall coming right back alive now into this game.
Any big items do we have? Hoodwink? Where is she? Okay, one's the Hex. I like this much better than the Aghanim Scepter. But buybacks? They're not looking great for the side of BetBoom. They have one. One will have one as well. So next fight, it could decide a game. No more double overgrowth for the side of one move. Both teams have to be extra careful. The Doom, Nightfall last time around, he got on top of the SF. If he does so again, it is a big problem.
Giant's Ring for the Tiny. Just waiting for Mercutio, maybe for it to be flown out. So did he pass over? He did, and though Aincrad in the pit. He sees Toronto top. Cure the Smoke's do go down. He's even going to be able to get himself on top of Cure. Cure has himself a second rapier now. This is going to be really big coming into this fight. One down, he's trying to go into Gilga. But yeah, 5 clients. Can he get onto Afterlife? The Doom's going to go for. He might be able to get on the Doom with the 4-staff, though it does get Mercutio away. But Nightfall, he's already used that refresh. He has that second Doom. He's just waiting to be ungrowed here. Panther, was that revealed? Do they have the damage? Panther just going to go to the DP away. He cancels it off. He's dead 120 seconds without the tree. He can go straight into the pit. He is going to hide himself into the pit. He's waiting for the rest of his team to catch him. He might be able to get the kill on the save. Save goes down. There's no buyback for the Squirrel. Dead for
Radiant's middle tower
what's that,
shouldn't have to
120
take this
seconds,
abuse.
4.5 minutes before that buyback's back up. The base is pushing in. The longer one move can keep BetBoom outside of this. But yeah, they're just going in. They're going to be able to get themselves an Aegis, another refresher, another Aghanims they're cleaning up. Do they have the jump in entirely? One move. They're not going to be able to get themselves into this. Pure, he gets the Aegis, all of it going the way of BetBoom, and now they can back themselves out. Okay, the tier 4 is taking a lot of damage from the creeps. Toronto, Tokyo trying to do his best to break out with the rocket flare. But they have an Aegis, they have a rapier on the sniper. He's going to go for a moonshot as well. He wants to get that extra attack speed stacking up. He's about 2,000 gold away. Has to be so careful. Whose courier is it? It's actually Sniper's courier. So yeah, he can't lose that. He can't lose it. If I was him, I'd be sending it over to the Dire secret shop.
So BetBoom currently don't have their tier 5s. The buybacks are going to be resetting in like 3 to 4 minutes, and then we are again going to be in a position where it's not one fight that is separating these teams from winning the game. So then both of the teams will be able to commit a little bit harder. You can see that both One Move and BetBoom, they're very hesitant at committing in fights because they know I die and the game is over, and you don't want that to happen. You don't want to give that so easily to your enemies after playing this game so hard. One thing which is very weird to me, is that the SF is holding the Deso, and Pango is staying with the Spell Prism. So he values 12% cooldown reduction. I kind of feel like Apex on the SF and the Deso on Aincrad would be so good. I'm looking at the I think he's staying with the Ninja Gear. I wouldn't mind him having the Giant's Ring and the Ninja Gear then in the backpack.
Yeah, I was thinking that he used the Ninja Gear to get the smoke initiation, and then he immediately swapped it out into the Giant's Ring. Because when it gets active, you know, just running over the heroes, you're going to be doing so much damage with that Giant's Ring. But they're even leaving the Apex. So the plus 70 primary attributes means they're not going the way of the Shadow Fiend.
Yep. That's
yeah, I thought you would have given the Desolator over to the Pangolier, maybe. Like say, he still wants that Spell Prism, and then the Apex on the Shadow Fiend.
That's how I thought they would. gonna do it as well. The Queen of Pain has the Fallen Sky, so that's a nice initiation tool as well. Refresher Shard on the Queen of Pain, quite strong as well. Who got the Aghanim Scepter? Oh, it was the Sniper. That's actually a really good initiation spell and a good way to break Lincolns as well. That's an interesting one. That's a big initiation. I've completely forgotten about that one. Usually when you see off-lane Sniper or something along those lines, they might go for the for this Aghanim Scepter build, but you very rarely see on Sniper. Still, it is the late game. He got the Moon Shard. Now he has even added nighttime vision. So I think BetBoom in the next 2.5 minutes, they would love to get into a position to fight.
Yeah, and guys that he's keeping the Swift Blink over the crit potential of the Silver Edge, but I suppose for the Rapier he does enough damage anyway. He doesn't.
No boots. He
Yeah,
has no boots. He needs mobility.
that is true. That is true.
Now he has force boots though, and now everything changes, right? Now even with the with all of his items, he's gonna have the mobility necessary.
And the Bushwhack. Incred's just gonna go straight for the TP out. Yeah, he knows he might have heard it. He knows something's up. Immediately waits on Tokyo. The hook. It's gonna be interrupted. The stun comes out. There's still gonna be able to do. Refresh comes out. Do they have enough damage to take down the Timsor, the force down? Trying to keep it like secure with the Reckless as well. But it's going to be a really nice second Doom. Can they get on top of Munkushi once again? They've got that break onto him. He's got the beacon. He's still going now. It's going to be a vision. The rocket flow goes, and they've got the high ground here on the side of BetBoom. They're going to be trying to change the target onto the tiny trying to get as far away as possible. It doesn't matter. They get the kill. They lock him down, and there's going to be 2 heroes dead on the side of one move. No buyback on Gilga. Well, the Gilga buyback is 1.5 minutes away, and all of a sudden BetBoom, after being, I don't know, hearts in the mouths for the last 30 minutes or so, it seems like they're in now a really comfortable position.
Doom now with the Ex Machina, he has 3 BKBs. He has one from the Refresher Orb, and he can get the other refresh with the Ex Machina. That's so big. That's 18 seconds of the Doom that is running towards you with himself being Doom. It's a big problem for one move. There's nothing they can do about it. And now Incred is gonna have to buy back. He dies. Game over.
Yeah, save. He's gonna be taken down. He has that buyback available though, so they could still push it. Use that buyback as a resource if they need it here. Mirror Shield. It comes out. That's gonna be really big. Do you think the Queen of Pain keeps? No, gonna be swapping off the Fallen guy. Probably give that back up. I mean, Toronto Tokyo with the Arcanist armor.
Do it with flair.
Toronto Tokyo is with the Arcanist armor. Yeah, I like that. You know,
yeah.
you do want to have that damage reflection. Clockwork wants to be deep in, right? You have the saying on this. You go in, you start the Arcanist armor. Your guys come over, even if there's some AoE damage coming from the Pango, it's not gonna be that big of a deal. And you survive long enough. And these pops, you continue surviving, you continue giving vision to your team. And if BetBoom get the right jump with the Doom, then you will win the fight. Then again, if the Doom gets jumped, if you're not giving vision to your team, one move are gonna have the edge if this Pango is allowed to run around and do in the fight whatever he wants.
Yeah, and it's
Visibility.
we see that the Tiny as well. He's got himself he has swapped off of that Giant Swing. He's going to be back alive in 90 seconds. The buybacks starting to come back up. Toronto, Tokyo. Trying to scout out the lanes here with these rocket players that will be coming through. He's going to see Afterlife with it as well. I mean, Afterlife would have shown anyway, throwing the track mark to the wave. So both teams trying to keep the pressure on, but BetBoom, they have to take this bottom lane. They have to even up in terms of racks. They're going to be backing themselves away, and the tower going to be healed up again with the living armor. They just don't find the opening to get themselves onto the high ground to break this tier 3.
Gilgir is teasing a little bit, like were you talking about 80 minutes, right? Not about the 80k difference in gold, and that is just the case. We might be getting into our 80-minute game here between BetBoom and One Move. In game number 1, they were absolutely demolished One Move. In game number 2, there were times, really big times in this game, when they were the ones dictating the tempo. Now they're the ones behind because the only hero missing the buyback is the most important hero of their lineup, and it's Aincrad. But these guys, they have no fear. They have a lot of guts, and One Move going for a smoke, something that is respectable, but which might actually cost them the game. And Tiny finally, he has a Giant String. Look at that one.
He takes up the entire half of the screen there, right at the center. How could you miss him? But
no longer Young Rock. No longer Young Rock. It's the real one, the real deal.
This full Dwayne The Rock Johnson coming out in this game, in the 70-minute game, as Aincrad starts in. with the Rolling Thunder, trying to get onto the back lines, but one move, can they find a catch here? Again, Nightfall, he's going to have that refresh. He wants to get himself in, and it looks like one move, they don't want to overcommit. They're going to back themselves up to the high ground. They know if they can force this out here and now, these creeps in the bottom lane, they are going to be pushing in. It puts the timer on BetBoom to have to take a fight, respond, or lose the base.
Pure is not using the satanic, which means he needs to keep tabs on the they're going in.
What the hell are you doing, man? He's got the buyback, but he's going to be able to get on top of the champion now as well. Force out from two. The damage on Ultimate Kushi from Sniper Pure. He is just ripping him apart, and the Doom's going to carry on taking. He get the kill.
He's running away.
And SFS, he just needs to, he needs to, but there's going to be the blade comes up on Kushi. He has the lock down the right flex. He's going to try and do what he can with his ultimate to keep that spear going, but and the second Doom comes out. He's dead. Afterlife though. Pure is going to be trying to rip through it, and the Doom, it carries it on going. They're going to kill. It's going to be 2 dead on the side of one move after the buyback's coming through. Yeah. Oh, Gilger is so fast, he can't move. And he's on top of the cliff. He's going to be caught out again. With the damage coming through, this is going to be a dieback on the tiny anchor, trying to do what he can with the Rolling Thunder. He's just going to be caught out again. He's being caught in all these nooks and crannies. The Rolling Thunder is not going to be effective. The buyback coming through from the side of one move. What can he do with this? Because it looks like BetBoom, they're pretty happy with this. They're just going to retreat themselves up the cliff. Toronto, Tokyo, not even being caught out. GPK, does he want to try and re-engage onto this Divine Rapier? Where was that dropped? It's down. This is it. Did he give it over to the
Queen?
Who gets it? GPK?
Yeah, GPK. His right click is so strong now. Imagine with 700 damage, you're doing magic damage. You're just spamming people there with the Revenant's Brooch. It's gonna be so much damage going their way. One move. Big thing is their Pango didn't die in that fight. His buyback is gonna be coming up in 4 minutes. The game is still not lost, but that was a huge fight for BetBoom, and we are seeing just what happens when BetBoom know where one move is. They can so easily run in with 18-second BKB on the Doom effectively with the refresher. With the Ex Machina, it's so easy for Nightfall now to get on top of these targets. And I don't know if you saw what happened there with the Requiem of Souls. So SF uses the Requiem, the end disc pops on the Doom, it purges off, but then the Requiem comes back and Doom is like, nope, again. He gets himself out, but doesn't matter. In the end, he gets on top of him and finishes him off.
Doom has an arcane root, as well as the cooldown reductions, as well as the refresher. GPK, they get a dive in. The Doom comes out, they take down the tree. They're able to go. Do they have another one? It's over. Take down the Pangolier. This is just going to be GG. They might even be able to clean up before they take game number 2. 74 minutes in, and Munkushi, wait, they're going to go into the Phantom Dive. They want to be taking him down. The Queen's come out, but Munkushi still taking the right damage. They have the vision, they have the range, they have the full 5-man wipe, and they take game number 2. 74 minutes here. BetBoom, they were on the back foot for about half of it, but in the end, they take this series away from one move.
One move played such a great game of Dota, really. Like Gilgear, Minecraft, amazing performance. Then later on in the game, those tossbacks into hexes, the item choices, the way they approached the game, the way they fought, really amazing. On the other hand, BetBoom, they were a little bit slower in this game, right? But when it came down to it, when they saw, okay, guys, we can actually lose this game, they sat down, they thought about
Let's get on with it.